right, greetings and salutations. Welcome once again to another episode of the Sports Desk. This is Orville.
And this is Christopher. Good afternoon.
Well, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm struggling to hear you. Let's see these microphones. Not the microphone, the headphone. Yeah, hearing much better now. All right, so the win argument boss is me, and I'm back. I have some arguments to win today, but I'm waiting till them come up. But the thing gone again. Yeah, Spain beating Sweden to qualify for their first ever women's final. Good for them. They were one of the teams from very early out where people were saying them playing some ball. So good for Spain. What else is there?
Yeah, no, I've seen an interesting story where the women's team from Manchester United.
I'm not hearing Zidane. No.
You're not hearing it?
No. Try again.
Why wouldn't you do it?
No, me I hear you, but me not hear through the headphone. I don't know what happened.
But you're hearing yourself though.
Yeah, me I hear myself through the headphone.
Let me continue. So the women's team from Manchester United has come out and saying that there should be no return for Greenwood. End the violence against women. And
No return.
No return. There should be no return. And they're saying, don't leave it up to the women.
You should not play again.
Yeah, the men are basically spineless.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh.
The listeners was hearing me though. You hearing me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
So
that's a little matter.
Yeah. So they are saying basically they're showing like they are motherless and spineless, and they need to tell Greenwood say there should be no return. Interesting. I don't know what the listeners think about. A lot of United fans rate his talent highly.
So even though he was found not guilty,
well, she dropped the charge,
or she dropped
the charges. So they think he's still a woman beater, and they don't want a woman beater inside. What do you think about that? I know this. That's why they were reluctant to just rush him back. Because these sort of things would happen in these sort of countries. So I don't know. It's a tough situation for himself and Manchester United, a club with that high profile.
All right. Well, because see how the public team out.
Yes.
All right. Call early now, people. Those who know always are complaining and I can't get through. I think you may be able to get through just about now. Oh, we stay there, Oscar Height.
Yeah. We have a call.
We have somebody already.
All right. Let's go to the first. Hello. Pioneer.
Yeah, man, I want to deal with that. You hear me?
How are though, boss?
I'm there, my brother. I'm there.
Yes.
All right. I must say, admittedly, I haven't, because of some reasons I'm involved in it, I haven't been able to listen to the show as often as I used to, or as I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I remember last week sometime, I remember participating in a conversation, which I understand is the topical conversation on the show right now, which is this topic of passion. Nobody, I didn't know. Well, admittedly, I didn't know the genesis of the argument was about passion, or which are more youngsters in Jamaica more passionate about. Whether it is
no, the argument is not what youngsters in Jamaica are more passionate about.
Help me, guys.
I'm
part of a sports group, and the argument came up this morning. And somewhere along the line of the conversation, I got wind of that the genesis of the argument was about passion.
The genesis of the argument, in the interest of time, a man called me and asked, why is it that Jamaicans run as fast as they do relative to the rest of the world? Why are we so good at sprinting? And I'm saying the number one reason why we are good at sprinting is because we're passionate about sprinting. We're not as passionate about the other dynamics of track and field. We're more passionate about sprinting. Any other reason comes secondary to that. Now,
okay, and somewhere along the line, now there was
the man come up with the argument about football.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing as well in football?
Yeah.
And there are two answers to that. One is that when you are passionate about something, it now comes down to how passionate you are relative to how other people are. So we may be passionate about football more than sprinting, but that doesn't mean that we are more passionate about football than the countries that generally do better at football.
All right. You're positive that those arguments are positive.
No, I think it was half positive, but then Zidane cleared that one up. And the other thing is,
I agree with that position.
Right.
I think that's the case. Because
relative to the rest of the world, Jamaica is more passionate about sprinting.
And how many great sprinting nations are out there?
There you go.
Maybe 2 or 3.
So while we may be more passionate about football than sprinting, but relative to the world, our passion for sprinting supersedes the passion for sprinting for most countries.
Okay, I can agree with that. But,
and then the argument, and then
between football and track and field.
And then I mentioned that part of the reason why we do so well at sprinting is that every little boy, from my little youth, the thought of wanting to be the top man or the fastest little boy is paramount.
Okay, so the argument is not that we are more passionate about sprinting at a certain age than football.
No,
that was really the side argument about the 3-year-old.
The argument is because we are such a country that is so passionate about sprinting, more little boys are more likely to have their first competitive sporting endeavor by running against somebody than by playing football against somebody. That is where it has reached.
Yeah. First sporting endeavor.
The first competitive instincts in sports is running against somebody. Football and another thing that come out.
I said this last week, and I not wanting to repeat myself, but in the event that someone didn't hear, I said this last week. I think that's an organized sporting activity because of sports day, because of and we have sports day from basic school in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So we might find a little boy or a little girl being exposed to sprinting as an organized sporting activity. However, as a recreational activity. See, and again, I said this. I think there's a distinction to be made between urban and rural in this thing.
A lot of rural area people are calling and say a football for them. It
could very well, or even cricket.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, in our time, it's like we grew up come see with brothers, them and uncles and older people that play cricket. So it might be as a 2-year-old you were more exposed to cricket.
That is my big point part of the argument tonight. The influence that you get when you're a child, when you're a small child.
So
my older brothers were playing a lot of football outside. So when we are 3 and 4, I mean I peep out of the window pioneer. A football, I see them play. So I wanted to go and play football as well. You see, I did see them race against each other outside. You know what? I want to go outside, go race. So I think a large part of it you are influenced by what you say.
That there are communities and there are places and spaces in Jamaica where that happens, where people race and people race for different reasons. People race to go up the road, me race go on the shop, me race to see who first can reach at the cricket field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But another reason why we good at sprinting, let's give the coaches them credit. I think the coaching and the organization from the clubs.
All right. I was gonna get to that.
Like MVP.
Here is where I'm going to. All right, go on, maybe here.
All right, I was gonna get. I'm saying no. If we just suppose cricket, Stephen attacked we just suppose football versus sprinting. I think this is why we do so much better. As we just mentioned, sports day at a basic school. Sports day in a primary school and early school and prep schools in Jamaica is a big thing. I don't think that there is an equivalent football, organized football competition. So we play football more on a recreational level in Jamaica. And even when it comes to
but you do have primary league and prep league,
But not with the same kind of organization,
No, me think of the pioneer. Me think of the development. Me not say we're gonna be Brazilian, but me think the development aspect of track and field is way better than football.
I'm getting there, my brother. And a part of the development aspect is what we just mentioned. Because while we say me have to attest to the fact that there is primary and prep leagues, it not compared to what happened in terms of track and field. See, you get the kind of eyesight and eyeball at a primary league.
But let me ask you a question. Don't we produce better athletes now in terms of numbers than like 30 years ago? Sprinters?
At
the highest level?
Yes, we do.
Because you don't think MVP and Glenn Mills have a lot to do with that.
Yeah, but I'm getting there.
Oh, all right. But, yeah,
we did produce a lot of sprinters.
I know.
I know. We did. There was no MVP and racers,
but not as much as we are producing now.
A lot of those persons went off to the US and into colleges, and a lot of them got hurt in these colleges and got lost in these colleges because abused by the college system too. See, a lot of them went off to college.
I remember for a long time, it's really more than active for many years. We had.
Yeah, but I'm giving you reason. I'm telling you. For example, I have a brother who got a scholarship to Penn State University. And when he got Penn State, him interest wave on him, and he was a very talented athlete. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So people for different reasons, because we never have that local system like we have now, and these organized clubs and things. I said to someone this morning, show me a football club in Jamaica. See, and this is how we make arguments. Show me a football club in Jamaica that would have put akin to an MVP in terms of the organization, the administration, and the success that it has had.
None.
We don't have that.
You know, say none. Yeah.
Another thing is that we see youngsters now in a high school. I get sponsorship straight from out of high school. That's not happening in football. So a youth, right? We look for a youth like a Johnny, like, see?
Mm-hmm.
And a choice to make between football and track and field. Him choose one thing that would be the better choice in terms of him benefiting him financially.
What is the number one reason why you think we do well at sprinting?
Sprinting? At sprinting. Because we think we're very organization.
Pioneer.
Organization and matriculation.
I
harness our talent.
Hold on now, my boss.
Yeah.
My time to lift this discussion.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why isn't our level of organization and harnessing giving us success in the 1500 meters?
Because we don't have the same kind of coaching we have in a 1500
All right,
meters.
fine. Why is it that our best coaches predominantly are sprint coaches?
So we have a sprinting culture more than
because even the coaches are Jamaicans too. You know? The reason why hold on, take a pen and a paper and write down these things. Okay. The reason why I hear that it is systems and structures why we do well in sprinting.
A big part of it.
The same youth in a primary school where they well at high jump ain't going nowhere. The systems and the structure don't facilitate him. The systems and the structure don't facilitate the 5,000 youth. You have enough like youth in a primary school can run long as. Listen to the point I'm making.
Right.
But when they leave school, they go to high school. And the high school coaches are better equipped at coaching sprinters than at coaching 1500 meter runners.
And that is because of passion.
And that is because the high school coaches are more interested in sprinting than coaching 5,000 meters.
It could be very right, but that's not to do with passion. Now, I'm going to counter by saying...
No. Why is it that the high school coaches are better at coaching sprint
hold the line,
than high jump? One reason.
Hold the line, Pioneer. Don't move. We're coming back.
Good.
Importers, submit proper invoices to customs to reduce delays in clearing shipments. Visit www.jacustoms.gov.jm for details. The temperature by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
33 degrees Celsius in New Kingston.
Today is the day to push past my limit. Escape my comfort zone. I won't live within it. Take energy from my mind and body. Be all I can be. Best version of me. I won't give up. No, I never stop. Boost me up. Boost up. Boost me up. Boost me up.
One glass of Suppligent has 8 vitamins and minerals and is power-packed with protein to maintain healthy muscle mass. The day is yours. Suppligent. Boosts you up.
Paul, I need help with my vehicle cost this year. It's going through the roof. You think I should call Keith?
You're mad. Don't you want a system that easy for you?
Yeah, man.
You want the best price boat here too?
Yeah, man. I bet you want real-time alert and island-wide coverage. Yeah, man. So the smart choice is Hawkeye.
They will give you a free 30-day trial.
Yeah, man.
Hey, tell me something. You ever say anything but yeah, man?
Yeah, man.
Just say yeah, man to Hawk Tracker from Hawkeye. Call us at 926 Hawk. Conditions apply.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, you can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. And Anybet, your best bet. This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, you have a minute, Pioneer. We've been at it for a while.
For me, I think us doing well and continuing to do well is more a matter of coaching, interest, and expertise than it is about passion. Now, a little bit of passion.
No, hold on. The coaches have an interest in sprinting more than they have an interest in the 5,000 meters.
Yeah, but
all of our top coaches, Glenn Mills, Stephen Francis, Michael Carr, Maurice Wilson, have built their reputation more on coaching sprints than the 5,000.
But that is not your argument. Your argument is about at a young age, and I'm saying
no. I'm saying we have a greater passion for sprinting than the other events they've been attracting, including the coaches.
All right, so let me tell you why it's more about coaching interest and expertise.
But by saying coaching interest, you are making my point, and you don't even realize that.
So let me tell you something. In recent times, we have been doing better at the field event. See, it's not because increased passion at a young age in our field event.
You're talking about an anomaly, Pioneer. I'm talking about something that go back 40, 50 years.
No, hold on, Bridget. And this now, because we are seeing more jumpers and more throwers coming through the Jamaican system and doing better and better. And that is as a result of our coaches getting more interested in coaching these.
But events. I'm agreeing with you. Pioneer, you're wasting time. The Bridget and Calabar will coach the throws.
Yeah, but
started a revolution. And I'm agreeing with you that little by little our interest in the field events is more than it was.
That's when we started teaching about any increase.
No, I'm talking about a 40, 50 year tradition going back to Donald Quarry and Merlin Natima boss.
Anyway.
And the man, the Raymond Stewart from Camperdown. It's an interest in sprinting, and it is no coincidence that our most celebrated coaches are more inclined to coach sprint.
More interested
in sprinting. That's my point.
And has more information and
but they have more information than sprinting than the 5,000 because of this passion lie.
I'm saying
lift your levels, big man.
No, but you're not saying anything. I said to you know.
All right, we left this up.
No, we're not disagreeing. So like, you're agreeing to me.
Yeah, exactly.
But make it sound like I disagree.
No, but I'm telling you that it is the passion of the athletes and the passion of the coaches why the sprints are the better.
But I'm saying by extension, even if there's not an increase in passion at a low level for the throws and for the jumps.
All right,
the Jamaican coaches continue to increase their interest and their expertise, even at teenage years and senior years.
Pioneer, make we continue this tomorrow. More teaching.
More success at the senior level.
More wisdom for you tomorrow. Listen out for it.
All right. Rawlington Town.
Hello.
You there, Rollington?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, good
Hello?
afternoon. Good
What's
afternoon.
up, sir?
Yeah. Zidane, how it go?
Not bad, Rollington.
Orville, what's up, man?
My day, my boss. I win some argument.
Yes, some here. Anyway, I noticed, Orville, that the most honorable Dr. What's his name from Trinidad? Keith Rowley.
Oh.
Has now taken over the subcommittee on cricket. And he has ordered the legends and some other people to have a meeting in Trinidad. But before we go there, Orville, what the door to West Indies cricket will go strictly through the academies. Do you believe that that is what is going to happen?
I'm not sure what you're saying. You're saying the door to West Indies cricket.
Yes.
What
In
exactly
other
does
words,
that mean?
in order to harness the situation where you can either control the players and have them when you want them for a series.
Rollington, I don't think you've formalized the thing where you really want to say. You're thinking about it as you go.
Yes. I want you to tell me what your thoughts are in it.
I don't understand what you're asking me about. If all our cricketers are going to be academy based at some point in the future,
yes,
that can't go happen, Rollington.
You don't believe that can happen?
No, the academies by nature cream off the best ones, you know. So it can't be all. So in a given time, you go have 20 cricketers in Jamaica where I try to make the Jamaica team. 20 in Trinidad, 20 in Barbados, 20 rounds or 20 rounds. So at any given time, you go have 100 first-class cricketers who are good enough to play. For them
Orville, if they get
all of
with
them now go in our academy.
If they get with a test cricket and go with the shorter versions of the game.
But who said that they're going to get rid of test cricket?
You don't think so?
No. You're basing your whole theory on what may never happen.
But I don't see how test cricket can survive. I mean,
but what does test cricket or lack of test cricket have to do with? What does that have to do with academy or no academy? Whether test cricket survives or not, what does that have to do with whether academy is the way to go? Or
I believe that each of the legends are going to control the academy.
No, I'm not saying academies won't come in. I'm saying that won't be the main way in which the first-class cricketers around the region are developed.
That is one of the things I wanted to
because
hear.
at any given time you might have 15 people in an academy. Granted, you may very well have the cream of the coming up crop. But how will it more youth are be playing and will be called to the West Indies
from outside?
From outside the academy. Will it be the main way? No. Will it be one of the ways where we can look forward to? Yeah.
It could well be the main way, you know.
You're saying that there might come a time that if you don't go to the academy, your chances are less to play test cricket.
Yes.
Me have to see that one.
Or play the cricket on a whole. In other words, the way of getting back something from the cricketers, which I hear you and Chateau was talking about, is going to be another problem, because if you can't control players going abroad to play, like what happened to the West Indies earlier.
Rollington, for me, that is an ICC issue doing it, my boss. That is an ICC issue, Bridget. Because if I'm a professional,
you mean the ICC would have to make a decision?
They have to sort that out to ensure that the top players are available for the nations. Because if I'm a professional cricketer and there's an opportunity for me to make $1 million in 6 weeks, you can't take that away from me, boss, if it's available. What the ICC must do is put things in place that it don't conflict, where West Indies are playing while $1 million is up for offer somewhere for somebody to go and play cricket. Is ICC must fix that.
But what could the ICC put in place all that kind of situation.
I don't know.
The ICC had said at the start of the IPL that if your country need you, your country is first preference.
Exactly, that was left open. That was right.
That not happen again. All the ICC have to go back. That's all them have to go back to that. If your country selects you, then you can't be playing in our franchise.
Argument done.
Remember what happened to us, People just retire,
No. The argument to counter that was that you had to be retired for 2 years. So the ICC needs to develop some bars and stop afraid of India.
Yes.
And say, listen, if your country selects you, you can't be playing franchise.
You would want that decision to be made strictly by the ICC.
Yes, an argument done. So when Rajasthan Royals see in the West Indies team for the series against Australia at the same time, they can't ask you to come. They don't try to select you. It's as simple as that. You're not available. Or if you can 3 weeks with them and then the next 3 weeks you will have to be to West Indies, then fine. So you have to organize it that way. So
probably the ICC then will be the best choice to make that kind of decision.
Rallington,
where they're coming from.
It is the ICC that is the governing body for cricket. Yes. It is the ICC that is supposed to set the rules and standards to ensure
but sometimes you have to wonder, Orville, if the ICC is not controlled by
the rich powers of India. You wonder. But at the ICC, to protect the integrity of international cricket, they must say that we want our best players to play international cricket. We're not telling us someone enough to play a franchise. But if your country selects you, then you are barred for that period of time from playing franchise. Argument done.
That is what I was thinking about,
So when I have to sign like a youth when I'm 19 to play for 6 years.
6 years for peanuts. All right, Rallington Town.
The ICC just need to get some teeth.
I think you and Shatu aiming at the same.
But our argument is much better. Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
All right. Yeah.
Cool.
What we do? We take. Why that? Then today is not just bet. So you have to tell the callers to call back after just bet. All right. So we take the break. Just bet. We're coming back.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Danjas Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Britain's Andy Murray has pulled out of the Cincinnati Open as he bids to recover in time for the US Open. The former world number one is still suffering from the abdominal strain that forced him to withdraw from the Canadian Open last week. Murray traveled to Cincinnati and hoped to face Karen Khachanov, but will now be replaced by a lucky loser. Compatriot Dan Evans' first round match was among those to be delayed by heavy rain in Cincinnati. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Danjas Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, you can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Corp Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. and Anybet, your best bet.
Design your dream home with Total Hardware and Supplies. We have windows of all sizes on special. Doors galore. Choose from our wide variety of porcelain and ceramic tiles. Experience the best deals on sanitary ware, jacuzzis, shower enclosures, and baths. Just to name it, we have it all. Come on down to 2 Aiken Hill Drive, Pembroke Hall. Call us at 631-7648 or WhatsApp anytime 507-0865. Remember, same day delivery available. Quality products, great prices. That's the Total Guarantee.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
Just Bet! It's now time for Just Bet Winner's Edge, where we take a look at some of the top sporting events and betting odds on the Just Bet sports betting program and show you how to bet and win big with Just Bet. Sponsored by Just Bet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game, from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. Just Bet, your game, your passion. Just Bet! All right, then, so we're back, and it's a Tuesday afternoon, so it's the Just Bet feature, and we have Jesse Blake online. Hi, Jesse.
Hey, Orville. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm in good mood, man.
Very good. Very good.
How about you?
Wow, still in the throes of a very busy sporting summer. It has been a tremendous summer thus far in terms of sports, and it has pretty much set up. We've been very busy heading back into the world's most popular football league. So it's a good time, and we're back in full swing, especially ahead of this weekend's IAAF World Championships in Budapest.
Indeed, my boss. Indeed.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we look at the 3 games that we'll get your expert opinions on, and we start with looks like semi-final 2.
Yeah.
Australia, England, Women's World Cup.
Absolutely.
How do you see it?
Thank you, sir. This game will be a great game, scheduled for tomorrow at 5 a.m. local time. Who will join Spain in the final on Sunday for the FIFA Women's World Cup? It has been a great Women's World Cup thus far. Of course, we want to thank those who've taken the opportunity to bet and win big with us at Just Bet for the FIFA Women's World Cup. This will be a great match to watch. Co-host Australia facing off against the European champions England in a make-or-break match for both. England, their 3rd semi-final in a row. Having won the Euros, they hope that experience will help them to get into the final. Australia's route here, even more tense. France was an incredibly tough team to face, but the Matildas of Australia managed to hold them all match. Then they went into the longest World Cup penalty shootout, and the Australians managed to beat the French. 2 dogged teams here in the form of Australia and England. Here are the Just Bet final result betting odds for each team to win. And here are the odds on the draw. So let's start off with England. They're the favorite at $2.25. Australia come in at $3.20. The draw in this encounter attracts odds of $3.10. Let's get right into the Just Bet correct score betting option for this game. Of course, the Just Bet correct score betting option, you can win a whole lot of money for your betting buck if you are able to predict the score of a game, and that's the correct score at the end of regulation and stoppage time. For semi-final 2 of the FIFA Women's World Cup. For England, bets include, that's correct score bets include, if they win 1-0, a $500 bet would pay $2,500 in winnings. England 2-0 would pay $4,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. And if it's England by 2-1, a $500 bet pays $4,750 in winnings. Now for the Matildas, Australia. What a store they have had. Correct score bets you can place on Australia include, if they win 1-0, $3,165 in winnings with a $500 bet. Australia 2-0, $7,000 even with a $500 bet. And a one-all draw in this game, because you can bet on a draw as a correct score bet. A one-all draw would pay $2,830 in winnings with a $500 bet. Hey! One-all draw for me at the end of regulation at stoppage time. $2,830 in winnings with a $500 bet. Never mind the chasm in terms of money for the two teams in terms of the odds. Don't think about the difference here. For me, Australia with that crowd, oh my gosh, England, they will have a lot to handle. If Australia doesn't win this outright, it's going for the draw, but I think the English will be tough enough to hold Australia out. So I'm taking a scoring draw at $3.10 straight up.
It is a very weird thing in a discipline.
But what?
I am convinced that you listened to my mind before you said what you just said. I mean, literally everything you just said is what I'm thinking. England may just be the classier of the two teams. But Australia on a roll, playing in front of a largely partisan crowd.
Oh, yes.
Having gotten by France, who was the team that I was kind of dark horsing.
Yes, true.
You understand the thing? It's hard to see either team winning, and it's hard to see either team losing. So, may I take a little coward one-all draw?
All right, so well, we're in the same boat this time. $2,830 in winnings with a $500 bet.
In other words, that game, if Australia nip England, I wouldn't be surprised.
And
if England nip them, I wouldn't be surprised. If England go and win, they are likely to win by a bigger margin than if Australia go win.
True.
But boy, when you throw all of that into the mix, I would say either England 2-1 or a 1-all, but since me can't bet 2 times, me I go work with the 1-all.
You can't bet 2 times, just put on 2 different tickets.
All right, so put 1 ticket, catch 500 per England 2-1, and catch 500 per a 1-all draw.
Please. That's like it all work.
All right. Cool. And then we have a little side near Sevilla now to play Man City.
Yeah, man. No, this game, of course, Orville, your Manchester City Champions League champions will take on the Sevilla team, who are Europa League champions. That's what we call the UEFA Super Cup, folks. This game scheduled to take place tomorrow at 2 p.m. Local time. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Champions League winners City take on Sevilla, winners of the Europa League. New territory for City here in the Super Cup. This is Sevilla's 7th Super Cup final. They've been runners-up in the last 5 finals, which is usually the case with those teams who have won the Europa League. You can imagine that the Champions League team usually runs out as winners of the Super Cup. Well, of course, Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, they beat Burnley on the opening day of the Premier League season, but no Kevin De Bruyne for this one. He has a bad hamstring. Ouch. For Sevilla, they started their La Liga campaign with a defeat to Valencia, which doesn't bode well for Sevilla. Let's get to the Just Bet final result bet option, folks, where Manchester City is the heavily favored team to win at $1 and only 38 cents. Sevilla come in the underdog at enticing odds of $7.75. The draw attracts odds of $5 even. Now, do remember that correct score betting allows you to maximize on your winning potential. You won't find a better sports betting option in the market. Can you predict the score of the Super Cup? Well, correct score bets you can place include if Sevilla wins 1-0, a $500 bet pays $10,000 in winnings. City 2-0, $3,250 in winnings with a $500 bet. City 3-0, $4,250 available there with a $500 bet. City 3-1, $5,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Sevilla, clipping Manchester City by 2-1, would return a cool $13,000 in winnings for $500 worth. And what do you know? You can bet on a draw for the Super Cup as well. A one-all draw in this game. $4,500 on offer with a $500 bet. Can't go against City in this one. City 3-1. $5,500 on offer with a $500 bet at odds of $1.38. Some of us may not be too enthused about that amount of money. So definitely for City fans, take advantage of correct score betting here.
3-1. Argument done.
Yeah, man.
Argument very, very done, right?
Done.
All right, and this is another Champions League. What's this? Hearts to play
actually,
Rosenborg?
Yeah, this is Hearts and Rosenborg. Actually, this is Europa League qualifying.
Oh, Europa qualifiers. All right.
Yeah, man, this is Europa League qualifying. Scheduled this game between Hearts and Rosenborg is scheduled for make it Thursday at 1:45 local time. I'm just going to get right into the odds because I want to present some other odds, of course, on the big event come this weekend. Hearts are the favored team to win at $2 even straight up. Rosenborg at $3.40. The draw at $3.50. Correct score bets you can place on this game include, if it is, that Hearts wins by 1-0, a $500 bet pays $3,330 in winnings. Hearts 2-0, $4,250 on offer with a $500 bet. And if it's Hearts 3-1, $8,000 even with a $500 bet. Now for Rosenborg, correct score bets include if they win 2-1, a $500 bet pays $5,500 in winnings. Rosenborg 3-1, $15,500 on offer with a $500 bet. And if it's Rosenborg 3-2, $20,500 in winnings with a $500 bet. Just to let you know, this is the second leg of this Europa League qualifying tie. And it was Rosenborg that won out 2-1 in the first leg against Hearts. And according to what I'm seeing here, it seems as if Rosenborg is going to Scotland to face Hearts. Hearts 3-1, $8,000 on offer with a $500 bet, taking the favorite Hearts, $2 even, straight up.
All right, you said 3-1. I'm going with 2-1 for Hearts.
2-1 for Hearts? All right, hold on a second here. 2-1 for Hearts would pay $4,000 even with a $500 bet.
All right, the legendary Jesse Blake. Take us to the break.
Well. What do you know? Starting this weekend, it's more sports, folks. The IAAF World Athletics Championships they run off in Budapest in Hungary. And yeah, we have the bets that you need to win big at Just Bet. Let's tell you what you can bet on for the World Championships. You can bet on the winners for the individual events. For example, you can bet on the long jump, the 10,000 meters, the 800 meters for women. All of those are for women. You can also bet on the javelin throw, other field events for women. And you can also bet on the marquee events such as the 100-meter hurdles. You can bet on the 200 meters where Sharika Jackson is heavily favored to win that event. You can also bet on the 4x100 meter relay for women where Jamaica is favored to win at $1.65, the United States at $2.50. You can bet on the 4x4 relay for women where the USA is heavily favored to win at $1.07. The Netherlands have better odds than us, $7, and Jamaica at $13. Of course, you can bet on the World Championship winners on the men's side as well. Let's tell you, you have all the field events that you want to bet on. You can bet on the 400-meter winner, Wade Van Niekerk at $2.85. Stephen Gardner is the favorite at $2.20. What about the 200 meters for men? Noah Lyles at $1.36. Zarnell Hughes at $19 for the upset. Arian Knighton of the United States as well at $12 even. You can bet on the relays as well. The United States, for example, the favorite in the 4x100 meters. Jamaica, the second favorite at $5.40. And for the 4x4, also the USA heavily favored to win at $1.07. Jamaica, second best at $7 even. Get in the game and win big for the IAAF World Championship scheduled to run off this weekend. Make it justbetja.com or justbet location near you to learn more and win big. Of course, Orville, to you, your team, and the listeners, from all of us at JustBet, stay safe, enjoy the games, catch you Thursday, my friend. Take care till then.
All right, Sir Jesse, big up yourself, sir.
Thank you.
We're coming back after the break. That was the JustBet Winner Z, sponsored by JustBet, Jamaica's #1 sports betting game from Supreme Ventures, offering the best betting odds and the fastest payouts on the market. JustBet, your game, your passion. For more information, visit justbetja.com.
Be the envy of neighbors and friends. Fill your house with exceptional home decor from Carmen's Collection, located at 112 Constant Spring Road. Satisfy your desire with stunning and luxurious furnishing and accessories. Visit our showroom at 112 Constant Spring Road. Revel in trending items and immerse yourself in comfort. Pleasure your eyes and senses. Seeing is believing. Open Mondays to Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Carmen's Collection, your place for exceptional decor. Isratech Jamaica Limited offers a high-quality complement of unique and sustainable products and services, unparalleled anywhere in the Caribbean and Central America. Everything agriculture, water, energy, hardware, home, and garden. From engineering and design, manufacturing and supply of product, consultation, after-sales service to implementation and maintenance. Call us today at 876-603-3946. Isratech, master the elements.
Win over $1 million in cash and prizes in the Yummy Summer Competition. Purchase any 4 of your favorite Yummy pastry. Write your name and number on your receipt. Send in with your Yummy salesman or nearest supermarket or Yummy agency. 28 weekly prizes, 4 winners every week, plus grand draw August 28th for a laptop. $60,000, $30,000, plus a Yummy basket and back-to-school vouchers. Grand prize, a family weekend for 4 at the Holiday Inn. It's the Yummy Summer Competition, authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at megaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
While JustBet was going on, I was over there and I was checking up Neymar money. They said Neymar will make 450,000 euros per day, Orville.
Yeah.
So Neymar is making 75 million Jamaican dollars a day.
That's all.
People.
All right, we'll take the next one. Huh?
All right. Who's this? Garvey?
Zidane.
Good afternoon.
What's up, man?
Yes, I'm here.
I wonder how much Neymar boss I make a deal.
Neymar boss?
Yeah,
they have the aisle money, man. They have billions.
Yeah, worry about the small change. If you worry about the money I make the enchilada.
Oh, 75 million Jamaican dollars a day is small.
You must small compared to what the boss I make. You know, I agree with that.
Well,
it's like when people used to elevate Oprah Winfrey and say, "Oh, she makes this amount." I say, "So much money I make the network on me." Yeah. Anyway, we can't say happy birthday to my father for a year.
Yes, indeed.
This Thursday, August 17th, is the 136th birthday of my father, Earth's greatest prophet, the Right Honorable Excellent Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Oh, so
whose birthday should be a public holiday, by the way, folks.
You think so?
All of the people in the power, if you know that Marcus Garvey birthday should be a public holiday in Jamaica, and him curriculum be instituted in our schools now. We say that. Sports time.
Yes.
Yeah, and the host, Mr. Higgins. By the way, good afternoon, Mr. Higgins.
Good afternoon, Garvey.
I hear another on this passion thing. I never really did ever touch it, and I'm not really touching it per se. It's just that me I connect it towards the NFL. You see me, I do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jamaica was colonized by the British, right?
Yes.
They taught us soccer and they taught us cricket, right?
Mm-hmm.
So up until 1962, Jamaica was still a colony. And by and large, these were the two sports that we really knew about, team sports-wise. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when we gained independence in 62 now, and basically that's when the West Indies team started to improve during the 60s, coming up to the 70s. Them take time, make some little nominal improvements until they became the world power. Saying?
Mm-hmm.
We were still, by and large, just a soccer and a cricket nation. Would you agree with that, Mr. Higgins?
By and large. In terms of real
team sports.
Real class, yes.
Right. But one thing I want to know, is that even in the 80s, when the West Indies was dominant, there was more interest in Jamaica in local football than there was in local cricket. Wouldn't you agree with that, Mr. Higgins?
No.
So you're telling me that in the 80s, when I used to follow Love Perfect,
ask the question again, so the listeners can.
In the 80s, there was more interest in local football in Jamaica than local cricket, even though the West Indies was
not international cricket.
No, I'm talking about locally, amongst the youth. There was still more interest in playing football, Zidane. You know why, Zidane?
I disagree.
I can tell you,
just for the record.
Both schoolboy and Premier League enjoyed their greatest support during the 80s. You could not go to a Premier League game in the 80s, whether it was at Jerusalem, where I used to go religiously, whether it was at Cali Smith Drive, where I used to go religiously, whether it was down a Fruit,
let me ask you.
The crowd was no less than 5,000. Yes, sir.
So you're saying the local football garnered bigger crowds than local cricket?
No doubt about it. You couldn't go to Holland. You couldn't go to a Kensington versus Kingston
no, I agree,
and see the size crowd where you'd have to say Boys Town and Harbour View to that.
I agree with that.
Okay, fine. Now, let's transition. After the 80s now, you had a mass migration of Jamaicans to America. You agree with that as well, Mr. Higgins?
Was that migration any greater in the 80s than any other
decade? Man, than the 50s and 60s. In the 50s and 60s, more people were going to England than going to America. You don't agree with that?
I don't know what the data is, but maybe.
So man, they know the Windrush generation that after World War II in the 50s, they bring over to clean up England. Come on, man.
No. You said 80s, more people were migrating in the 80s to America than...
Yeah, than before. That's when the greatest exodus of Jamaicans to America took place.
I think the greatest exodus of...
If you want to say from late 70s come up to 80s, you want to take it from there?
We can only tell about in my limited circles. More Jamaicans are going foreign, go live in the last 20 years than the 20 years before that.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, man. We were comparing the 60s to the 80s. How you reach up in the 2000s, brother?
Yeah, I think he's saying, between that period, it started.
Before the 80s, there was no before the late 70s to 80s, there was no mass migrations of Jamaicans to America. One and two Jamaicans were going to America, yes. But there are far more Jamaicans migrating to England.
I thought you were saying that 80s was the biggest migration.
No, man, follow the thing. Okay. So by osmosis, when you have so much Jamaicans going to America, there will be a lot more interest in American sports now. Don't you agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, the increase in globalization of the world, not only economically, has also happened sportively. Because a man can stay in his yard now and watch any type of sport he want watch for any continent in the earth. You know, agree with that, Orville?
Yeah.
So, isn't it fair to say that there is a greater division amongst the interest of kids now along particular sport?
Yes, fair point.
For example, you have guys now that are 6'5" playing basketball who would have been being a fast bowler in the 80s. You don't agree with that, Orville?
Fair point. But I'm not hearing the thesis. I'm hearing supporting argument.
No. So this thing about it's just passion. It is not. So
who said it was just passion?
I don't know, but whoever came up with that theory, they were short-sighted.
The theory is passion is the greatest single reason.
No, man.
Nobody said it was only passion.
Orville, if you have a little boy going to school in 1979.
What are you disagreeing?
Hold on, if you have a little boy going to high school
No.
Hold on. And the only two sports I'm happy to choose from, team sports-wise, is cricket and football. It is a lot different from a little boy going to school now in 2019 when he can go join all the basketball team. You don't agree with that?
The reasons that cause the passion is irrelevant.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Hold on.
Barry Bonds as well as I do, don't you?
The reason why dogs love bones is because dogs have a passion for eating bone. Now, you might say that he's not that he's not exposed to no whole heap of other things. So he have to love why he can eat. Now that may be a separate argument. But by and large, dog passionate for and bone.
Your excavator black out my view.
No, there may be
see what you say because the excavator that you're using
the
is
uptown
blacking out
dog
my
who
view,
used to
Mr.
tin
Higgins.
mackerel and the dog food and the purina chow them might not have a passion like the country dog where he has to have a passion for
You see,
bone.
maybe if you move that excavator,
I'm going to
then
say
maybe
what I'm
we will see
going
what
So
you
when
have.
you're telling us, because football and cricket were by and large the only sports, and that is why they were the ones we are passionate about, you're not scoring any points because I didn't tell you what caused the passion. I'm telling you that the passion for the sports that you do well in is first and foremost why you do well in it.
Boy, that is a jumbo bag a while ago. I don't understand nothing what you say, like, brother.
Somebody else will understand.
Is Zidane?
You
Do you understand
you
the
disagree
clear
that-
road that I tried to draw a little while?
No, man, I understand the point, but you disagree that passion is the most. You start
It
with the
cannot be just passion.
No, you never said
Who
it.
is it that said it is just passion? You're just rambling on saying what I did not say and think you're scoring points.
Give me another factor. Give me another factor outside of passion.
Money.
Resources.
Resources.
And how much, what is the gulf between passion and money, Arville?
You start with the interest.
I don't understand that.
Gav, you start with the interest.
To generate the interest, Arville. You said passion is the biggest one by far.
Yes.
How far ahead of money is passion?
I don't know how to measure that.
Because you're wrong. You didn't even think about what you're saying. Listen what me I tell you.
you say money, you know.
Zidane.
So you're saying passion is not the main reason for
No, Zidane.
What's the main reason?
May I ask you a question, Zidane? If the Ministry of Education, this is not political, I'm just saying, if the Ministry of Education today allocated $2 billion to cricket development in Jamaica, right, Zidane?
Mm-hmm.
And they make it attractive for little boys to come and play for the cricket team. See, there's many ways to do that. We can't go into each particular way. But once money is involved, you can create a lot of sweets to dangle.
Yeah, well,
so when I say to you now, Zidane, don't you think it's going to draw in some more?
Yeah, but
hold on. Let me kill that argument. Let me win this argument as I often do.
Which argument?
This one that I'm going to make right now. There is far more money involved in cricket now for youngsters to make than in the 1970s. But more youngsters
to make?
Yeah.
How school youth are going to make money off of cricket? How?
When we say
You're talking about the professional level. I am not talking about that, sir. I am talking about developing cricket to make it attractive to little
kids. And I'm saying cricket
as a school.
Let me make the point. Cricket as a money-making entity now is creating far more rich people than in the 70s.
Yeah, no. In Ghana, all the way for adults. So, Zidane, let me ask you a question. When a little boy goes to Jamaica College and he look out the door and he see the blue chevron to run pan, you not think that's attractive to him, Zidane?
Yeah, but him switching the point.
Then if him they go up there and see one grass track with aisle and mark the lane line, then you not think him more attractive?
No. I'm here your turn now. Don't run to Zidane. Your argument
but
about...
you don't make no point. You talked about the adults making money.
You said...
I'm not talking about that, sir.
No, calm down. You said that if we make more money involved in cricket,
not money for do a lot of picnic. Money for you to develop the game and from a young youth level, sir.
And if you don't get the youth them interested, that won't matter. You have to get them interested.
So you provide scholarships to youth to go to school. Like I said, boy, if you play cricket for the cricket
but
team,
when we were at our most passionate, there was no money.
So hold on.
There was no money.
So hold on. You know what is the definition of a madman? Who keep doing things the same way?
I'm not saying that you should do things the same.
If you're not getting the same result, isn't it up to you as the creator?
I agree with you.
Yeah, but it's going to come down. We feel that you're still trying to garner the interest.
Yes.
Whatever means you use to get the interest back, it's still come back.
It's not money that generates interest, my boy.
I have a family here that live close to me, the Barnes family. To them passion for cricket now go down.
He's talking about even them use something to sweeten the thing, make children more interested in cricket. It still comes down to the interest.
It is a fallacy to think that it is money that creates passion.
It's not just money, but there's a lot of things, sir.
It is passion.
Money is only one aspect of
money.
the thing.
Money is a small part of it.
You have to win to generate
the reason why Jamaicans are passionate about anything.
Can I make one point about Australia?
Doesn't have a lot
one
to do
point
with
about
the
Australia
money.
before you go? Can I make one point about Australia?
We have to run.
We have point about Australia.
No. We have to run.
Well, have the music, Gavi. Call us tomorrow, man. Welcome back.
All right.
Big up yourself.
We'll take a break. We'll come back.
If you're having roofing problems, Tropical Metal Products is here for your best choices in wide variety in roofing and window solutions. Call 765-9444. That's 765-9444. Do it.
The time by Tropical Metal Products is 2 o'clock.
Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Hands touch many surfaces and can pick up viruses. Once contaminated, hands can transfer the virus to your eyes, nose, or mouth. From there, the virus can enter your body and can make you sick.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, you can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgecamp, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. And Anybet, your best bet. This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome. But can I say something? You know the point that Gav was making? I don't think it's a counter to your point, because your argument is that the love that people have for the sport is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And I agree. So maybe modern day youngsters love sweets, So when them see a track outside of the schoolyard as opposed to grass, maybe me say,
of course it's going to get them.
Yeah, so it's still interest is trying to get, So it's your point still stands. It doesn't matter how you get the interest,
If you don't get the
interest from the mass.
Now can money help you to generate interest?
Maybe. Yeah. So your point still stands.
My thing is get them interested.
Yeah, man, it's the numbers, man. You want the numbers. You want high numbers to want to participate in whatever sport.
Now, all Gav is doing is telling me how
you could get the
interest. They get the interest.
So you don't
which is what he was doing when he said we were interested in football and cricket, because that's all we knew.
Yeah.
And then we go foreign and start interested in foreign sports. And that is why I was telling him that it doesn't matter what caused the passion.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we were interested in football and cricket at a level because we never knew nothing else. But it means that we were passionate about it.
It doesn't take away from your point.
It doesn't. And that's the point he said he didn't understand. But that's Garvey. I didn't expect him to understand. All right.
Music.
All right, the music brought to you by Edgecamp Sports.
Edgecamp Paint.
Edgecamp Paints. The point I was making people about dog and bone. Dog, I get interested in a bone.
No, me understand the point.
You didn't understand.
I trouble Garvey again, man. You think Garvey understand the point?
You think say a dog we grew up down my yard, I got interested in a Purina chow.
Yeah, he eat the bone and he might eat bone.
You know why him not interested in a Purina chow?
He never get it yet.
He never Purina chow
yet.
Him can't develop a passion for that. You ever hear where a little boy in a country no eat dumpling and no eat rice?
Yeah.
Why am I gonna eat? Every little boy me know as a little boy.
Well, we used to love the chicken back.
You develop a passion for what you know.
It's true,
You think say me as a little boy I go
you start the chicken back, not sure.
No man, I still prefer chicken back than chicken. But me say your passion is going to be directed at the things that you know.
Yeah.
Dog can't tell us I have passion in a country, I have passion for dog food.
No.
Me used to have a dog named White Spot,
Yeah.
What you think I'm going to passionate about? Bone, at that which will give him an evening come. When he hear the plate, them rattling come, him out of drool. That's the point I was making.
Yeah.
The other point where Gavin, where I want to tell Pioneer, but I could play the music first. Pioneer, get your pen and your paper. You and a lot of people want to try to take me and want to don't have that ability, me telling every day. My God is real, Tony Curtis.
Behold the power of God. For without cause laid for me a net to take my soul, but I will stumble and fall. Every breath that I take, every step that I make, everything I partake, I do it with Jah, 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 Jah. So for the goodness sake, makes me real, don't fake, for that's all it takes. I'm leaving forever. Oh nah, oh nah. My Jah is real, my Jah is real. So real I can feel it, feel it, feel it. It's power of love. The fans don't mean it, mean it, mean it. No, no, no. I read a chapter a day, keep the devil at bay. Obstacle in my way, move them on, Jah, 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 Jah. So let the Eden rage as I turn my page, cause I pass them stage. I'm leaving forever. My Jah is real. So real I can feel it, feel it, feel it. It's power of love. The fans don't mean it, mean it, mean it. Oh, na na. Do good and good will follow you. According to your work, the reward is due. I'm blessed and I'm about you. I know that I'm inducted in the chosen few. See God, you shall not be removed. The wicked man may fight you, but you just can't lose. Just can't lose, just can't lose. Oh, my God is real. Real, I can feel it, feel it, feel it. It's power of love. The fights don't mean it, mean it, mean it.
My God is real. That's a really nice song from Tony Curtis.
Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people.
All right, Pioneer and the people who trying to take me. I'm telling us, taking me on. Don't have to know what I'm doing. Don't just run it. When I say to you that the passion for sprinting is what makes us good at sprinting, Pioneer tried to counter by saying, no, it's structure and coaches. Pioneer is into music. So let me help you. Jamaica produced the best dancehall DJs. Do you know that? Generally speaking. Why do you think Jamaica produced the best dancehall producers? Jammies and Jack Scorpio and Steely and Clevie, whatever. Why do you think we produce the most dancehall sounds? Sound systems. They are all connected, Pioneer. The reason why we produce better sprint coaches than 800 coaches is because the sprint coaches are themselves more interested in sprinting than 800 and 1500 and the steeplechases and the high jump. You can't separate interests. So our passion for sprinting doesn't stop at the sprinters. Those who can't sprint, teach sprint like Glenn Mills, because that is why they are still more passionate about it. Those who can't sprint, they will do more to facilitate sprinting than to facilitate the other aspect of sports. Yeah. So when I say we are more passionate about sprinting, I tell them, no, it's the coaching. Why is it that our best coaches don't coach yet? The best coaching minds in Jamaica? Glenn, Stephen, Maurice,
Shelley and coach,
Michael Carr, Buddy Virgin, and David Riley, them. Why aren't they producing 5,000 meter runners? It is because by and large, our best track and field minds go towards shorter events than longer events. So to tell me that it is not the love for sprinting, it's the coaches, is a very ordinary point.
If he's saying that you finish it off now with the great structure and the coaching and the system and the all of that, then I agree. But it starts with the.
But I'm saying the great coaches are.
No, I agree with you.
I don't understand how he doesn't get.
Yeah, because you don't want to leave the talent just so.
When the youth them left primary schools and are going to high school, 9 times out of 10 they are going to be exposed to more quality coaching at sprinting than at the high jump. And I'm not saying that there won't be exceptions.
Yeah.
But the sprinters, the knowledge tank is greater in sprinting than it is in the other events. Because there's a greater interest in sprinting than the other events. Basic point. Me no want to say me win the argument, but it should be obvious to you that I have. All right,
who is there now? Hello? Hello?
Correct one.
Oh, corrections. Good afternoon.
Buckle up your seat then.
Zidane, are you not?
Orville Higgins.
Oh, you're coming.
Zidane.
Yes, sir.
They're going to give Orville one new name.
Uh-huh.
I name Houdini. Dr. Houdini.
Oh, Dr.
Jamaica.
Houdini. Yeah.
I don't want Orville Higgins try to use words to play on words to try and change the nature of the discussion. Play on words such as come naturally. We're not talking about what comes naturally. We all know as children, you're going to run up and down and sprint that.
Oh, you're going back to the 3 to 8 year old argument.
Yeah.
Yes, right. We all know that, Mr. Higgins. So don't come and play on words to get support.
I'm playing on words.
Yes, the argument is Jamaica. What is more likely for two youngsters or two children between a certain age group and
Don't talk nonsense.
In sense sprinting, it was in the context of being competitive.
Hold on.
Not naturally as we play and run into the shop. Don't try that with me.
So hold on. So you
because
agree?
I'm me call right
So,
after the
so hold
gentleman.
on, hold on, no correction. You agree with, because what we have now is a definition of what I'm calling racing. You agree?
The word was
hold on, sprinting.
Football and sprinting.
Yeah. So, but let me find. Hold on, man. Yeah.
Of being competitive.
Do you agree that your first competitive instinct against the youth, because the first people you're in contact with are the youth, I mean, your yard, are your cousin, I mean,
your community?
No, man. Before you reach community, your first contact with the world is the youth in your own yard.
Yeah.
Do you agree with me that it is more likely for your first competitive sporting endeavor is to race against your little brother or your bigger brother than to play football against your little brother or your bigger brother?
No, and I will answer by saying again, it's based on what we are exposed to as children. If I am in,
so if you don't expose them to nothing, if them live in a family where there's no sports at all,
no, them are going to play, they're not sprint against each other. Them are play, them are ram.
Play at what?
Them are ram.
I agree. I agree.
Them cannot play hockey.
Fine, but I'm saying in those, all right, I agree with you. Those early forms of interaction with another little boy, or a little girl, more boys than girls.
Yeah.
The most likely form of interaction is your little brother, your little cousin, before you're big enough for your mother let you out.
Continue,
Right, and I'm saying before you're big enough for your mother let you out of her sight to go play with other boys, you know. You have to play with your cousin and your bigger brother or little brother.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you that you are far more likely
to do what?
To be what we call ramping.
But the thing
and ramping involves running against them. More likely than football against them.
Hold on, correction. Hold on, in Jamaica.
You're not trying to find out if you're faster than the next person.
Hold on, give me a chance to correction, man.
The two of them are them one another.
Because you see the older sibling or the cousin, which sport you think them are going to play? So you are the younger one now, where you go outside, go follow your bigger cousin or your bigger brother. Why you think your bigger brother or your cousin? They play the football, my boss. I don't run them around against each other. And Arville agrees with that. That the older ones are playing football. So the younger ones are going to follow the bigger ones.
That is football you have to play.
Before you start leaving the house,
you play with your bigger cousin or your bigger brother. Your bigger brother and your bigger cousin is not going to race against Arville. Them already know because they're bigger than them faster. So that point about playing the bigger.
All
right.
It's a fraud. Correction. Correction.
It's a joke point.
Grade 1. And if you not push me, you know.
Grade 1? Yeah, come up with grade 1.
You say,
what not grade 1?
You say if you not push me.
Grade 1, we have played football long time.
You say if you
not play football long time. Don't tell me, don't try that.
Hold on, no. You say if you not push me. Me, I got to carry this to our next level.
You're going to a Bramla level than no.
No. I will know. Hold on, no. I will, if you not push me, I will call.
Remember, it's not.
No.
And a sports day thing we are talking about anything organized, you know.
I will
in your
Jesus.
own time.
Big man, they say kindergartens we have a basic school. So them left them parents yard now.
Yeah.
Them are 4 and 5. Which part me live there's a kindergarten, right? Let's say no. Let me load that.
Yeah.
But at the kindergarten level, so the youth them now them potty trained and them put on them look a uniform now and them have a basic school, what we used to call infants.
Yeah.
I am telling you, sir.
Yeah.
That at the infant school level,
the
little boy are more likely to be running against them one another than to be playing football.
To find out who is faster.
They will naturally find out who is faster.
So, don't try to change the nation. To find out who is faster.
Correction. Pick up yourself.
Before we get there, my argument is, will they be competing against each other more in the kindergarten level when they go infant school than be playing football against them one another? I am not wiggling out of nothing. That's my argument.
Correction.
And I'm going to start calling some kindergarten teachers.
Mr. Iggy,
Wait. I am going to find out some kindergarten. So you send your youth them off to kindergarten.
No, Orville.
What do they do when you send them to kindergarten? Play football or run up and down against them one another?
No, that is not the argument.
That is not the argument.
That is not whose argument.
No, you're saying to find out who is faster.
I am saying that is their most their earliest
Yes,
competitive.
you said the first. You said to find out who's fast.
They will find out.
No, that's not what they're. That's not what they're doing.
Okay, so what are they there to do?
They're playing. You're playing.
And by playing, they are running against
not,
each other.
They are playing.
Not necessarily. They do a lot of things.
To find out.
You kick box, you kick ball.
They are less likely to kick box than to run up and down with one another.
No, we're not disagreeing with that. You're talking
Oh,
about.
so you agree with that?
Everybody know that instinctively you run more than anything
Oh, okay.
else.
So here's
your bramble argument is
no.
So
hold on. Hold on now. So we are saying that yes, they will run against each other.
Let me tell listeners to correction that Orville argument is that they are running a 3-year-old to find out who is faster.
No. I never said that. So hold on. Correction, are you more? Because that's stubborn.
That was what the argument
so you're,
was about.
No. So at the kindergarten level, there's more likely to be running against each other than football against each other.
Not to find out.
Hold on, no. Before
when it's running against each other,
before you get to what they set out to prove, do you agree that at the kindergarten level, so you put your youth, give me a little lunch pan, put on him little thing and send him off? You agree that they will run more against each other?
Not against each other.
But they'll race.
No, not against each other.
So they run up and down, but they don't race.
Not against each other.
All right, so hold on. All right, so let me get it straight. They will be running, but not against each other.
Same way they might walk. Hold on, but Arville said they're running like him and make a big part. They walk as well. They walk more.
What will they be running?
They walk more.
No.
Run to play.
All right, hold on.
What? Run to play Dandy Shandy.
Hold
on. They walk more as well.
Hold on. So what? When they are running, what is their? Since we agree that they are more likely to be running than football at kindergarten, my question is, what game are they playing while running?
What game are they playing while they're walking? Come in and understand the point. They walk more as well than play football.
No, because there's no walking race.
No, but they walk more.
There's no race.
So it doesn't mean because they do something more, it means that you're trying to be competitive.
They're more, no. It's a natural instinct to run, to compete and walk.
No, they're not necessarily competing.
No. But I get to
But correction, we have it for a while now. We don't want to go because we give you. And we talk about the street time.
More to come.
Big up yourself, correction. The first
I
time win an argument.
I will get me some. Hold on. I'll get me some kindergarten.
Correction. At the first, me ever say win an argument.
Yeah, Zidane. You guys.
When you say when the argument, I will win the argument.
Well, I will because
may I get some too.
All right.
May I get some 6-year-old too?
No. We will see.
Yeah, right.
I love this one.
I can't get the 6-year-old themselves.
Who we have now?
Hello.
Yes.
Hey guys, how y'all?
Oh, this is Chateau.
Yeah, man. Yeah. More big up Rollington Town. Nice little call. Nice call. And I like exactly the angle in which he's seeing things. And it's the same angle that I'm seeing things. That there are certain things in terms of the pathway to becoming a professional cricketer that I think the West Indies Cricket Board needs to commercialize. See? Obviously, Zidane disagrees with that, right, Zidane?
To commercialize.
Well, I disagree with that.
Yeah, man. Commercialize means treat it like a business, not a social club.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Huh?
The only thing I disagree with you is that you're saying that if the cricketer doesn't sign a 6 or a 5-year deal at 19, you will not allow him to play any cricket in the region again. That is part of the plan to commercialize. Disagree
the
with
pathway.
that aspect of it, my boss.
No. But Zidane, you can't say I agree with the plan to commercialize the pathway, but you disagree with that part of it.
What?
That's a critical part of the pathway.
No, that is a bramble part of it.
Okay.
Because if your best young 19-year-old cricketers doesn't agree to sign a contract, it means you have lesser people playing for the West Indies, my boss, which means West Indies are worse than they are now. You can't have that.
Well, according to what White is saying, you know.
Wait, Zidane, let me explore what you say. Because I find what you're saying interesting.
Yes.
All right. You said that number one, any player, after he has been developed by anyone, should be able to play for whoever he wants without any sort of retained investment that was made in him.
No, right? If you're going to pay him sufficiently, then he can agree to a contract.
No. Zidane, what you earn don't have anything to do with the money that you owe. We're asking you whether or not you should repay the investment that was made in you. You have a debtor out there.
No, it's not me, the individual, my boss.
What do you mean by that?
That doesn't happen. You think is Caicedo I play Brighton at Chelsea?
Right, yeah?
It's not Caicedo go and play Brighton, $100 million. Chelsea,
let me ask you.
So
When
it's not me must
try
pay
now,
my
no,
back.
we
You
know.
understand? So if
When wait, let's be patient.
Yes.
When a music company sees an unknown artist and puts a contract in front of him and say, nobody knows about you, but I see talent in you. I will help develop you. I will give you studio time. I'll give you a platform to sell albums. But when you start making money, you need to repay me.
Yeah, but West Indies doesn't get the players unknown, my boss.
Really?
It's not West Indies.
So you are telling me that Jordan Johnson is well known across the world?
Listen what the point I'm making. You see that unknown.
No. Stop. Are you saying that Zidane?
You may counter the point. Now, why are you afraid of me to counter the point?
Zidane.
Why are you afraid of me countering the point?
I want you to answer my point.
I am going to counter the ridiculous point for the artist.
No, Zidane. My argument was for 19-year-olds. You're telling me that the 19-year-olds across the Caribbean, like Jordan Johnson, are well known across the world.
I never said anything about well known, but he was an established young talented cricketer in the region.
So you are saying that Jordan Johnson is so well known and so well established that the West Indies cricket, you don't see him as an
who are the main reasons for Jordan Johnson's ability?
A lot of mercy.
Why you can't?
No,
I'm
but
not
you're
shifting.
shifting.
No, I'm
but
not
what we're
shifting.
talking about this minute.
You're afraid of
Zidane. What we're talking about. Zidane, let's not.
How did Jordan Johnson got to the level that he was at?
Let us not fight. Let us talk about one thing at a time.
No, do I?
What we're talking. No. But why are you running?
Hold on.
No, when you're running,
Dwight, but Dwight, we tell you already, we're not going to agree. You're not going to agree with me.
No.
What is the point of calling about the same thing 15 times in a row?
Orville, why is it that I'm having a good conversation with Zidane?
Zidane is not agreeing.
No. But Orville, just relax now. But Zidane is interacting with me. Allow him to continue. Why are you jumping in and saying, "Oh, no, I agree to the conversation to talk"?
No, I'm saying
No, Orville.
No, but you're going to allow me.
No, but Zidane is a host, you know.
And I'm a host as well.
No, but if a host is interacting with me, why are you telling him that enough? We should stop.
You never said that.
You're very close to me cut you off right
What do you want to do? What do you want to do now?
You see, when you come back, if you're not going to allow me, for me, I say, we will talk another day. I run this program, not you.
Orville,
but take the break. Be very careful when you come back. That's all I tell you. Come in.
Big things at one, don't I excel?
Big discount for the civil servants.
Big things at one, don't I excel?
Over Excel cause the important.
Big things at one, don't I excel?
Government work are you significant.
Nurses, teachers, firemen, police, all civil servants. Big things are happening at Excel Auto Parts. 50% discount on all your Toyota, Nissan, Mitsubishi, Honda, Mazda, Suzuki, and Subaru parts. Excel Auto, your auto parts hub. 95.5 Agri Park Road, Kingston 10. Telephone 923-2356 or 426-1769.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Kevin De Bruyne could miss the next 4 months of the season as Manchester City decide whether he needs surgery on a hamstring injury. Manager Pep Guardiola says the 32-year-old limped off after 23 minutes in City's opening win against Burnley at the Turf Moor on Friday. De Bruyne also went off injured during the Champions League final win over Inter Milan injury. That is sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Back online.
Yeah,
Dwight, all I'm saying, and if you have to turn on his mic, he's gone. He's still there. When he's gone. All I was saying to Dwight is that he's calling on the same topic.
I think I got him gone. So maybe he got cut off. So call back if you can.
Yeah, we give him next 2 minutes. He's been on the same topic now for about him last 10 calls.
Yeah.
You are not convincing him, and him not convinced we.
I will basically saying the same.
We're saying the same thing every single solitary time. What is the point?
It's not like it's a new.
That's all I'm saying to the
Dwight.
White.
That's where I come from for sure. So basically repeat yourself and then do
every day Dwight calls and want to convince us of something.
And his examples are not great, because he's talking about Jordan, what the cricketer name? He's not unknown, Somebody developed the cricketers and that's why the West Indies are look upon him, because
but we've made those points.
Yeah, so
all right. MU now.
MU.
How you do, MU?
Yeah, the topic I'm here about. Orville, we don't think you're right, because everything in a Jamaica, you them compete well, a marble, anything. Somebody always trying to be the best.
That youngsters don't want to come last in nothing at all, So when we say last man to the shop, he doesn't want to be the last man to the shop,
No, but
in primary schools in Jamaica, they have a thing, no running on the corridor.
No, but man, I say, I don't believe the youth, they run more than all they play football.
At that age, the first, no, I did not say them run more than play football. Let me repeat, because I understand that someone who are very slow. I never said that youth run more than play football. So let me say it again, just for those who, like you, MU, who might take a little walk. I said that a youngster's first competitive sporting endeavor, the first time he want challenge himself against somebody else, is not football or cricket, is more likely to be running against somebody. Even against him father. When a little father run against him son, the father knows him faster than him son,
Yeah.
But the little boy is more likely to start developing that competitive streak in sports by running against somebody. Who first going to run to Yasso? Who first going to run to Deso? That's where his competitive juices are first starting to develop. It may not last for very long when he discovers other sports. But I submit that the first stir of competitive sporting juice is running.
Running.
That is all I'm saying.
No, MU, man. That is not the argument, though.
That is my argument.
Orville Smalley only said running a while ago.
They're not running, but him not run against himself. He's running against somebody else and trying not to be beaten.
Trying to find out who is faster.
Trying not to be beaten and trying to be the one doing the beating.
All right, good. MU, I put it to you.
All right.
That far more youngsters go outside kicking bottles and boxes and balls.
Yeah,
before they try to find out who's fast.
All right.
That is my view.
That's your view.
Put that out there.
All right.
Good, sir.
MU, what else you have now?
Yeah. So, Zidane.
Yes.
You see my ball great.
Who, Ronaldo?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Top 5 all time. We don't agree. We don't agree to that long time.
You know, so when man do with the Saudi League, you know, so I go down there.
Yeah, man. He won't put a lot of other players' eyes.
For no views to billions.
Yeah, man. He won't matter. When the second greatest player of the generation, who is box office, decided to go to a league, man, they open other people's eyes to thinking about it, man. While we know the money play the greatest part in it,
No, but
the money has played the greatest part, we not go around that, But maybe, but they have the money long time and I try influence players to come in.
Yeah.
Right? And none of the top players anywhere close to the ones that are going now as guys. So you have to give Ronaldo some of the credit for that. No two ways about it.
Yeah, but remember, them need to have TV rights. I know billions of TV rights them have right now. So it is global now for them.
Yes.
Big thing happen for them. Cause I read up on something. We can't even talk about.
Yeah, Kante still could play in any top team in the world right now. Neymar still could play for most top teams in the world.
Yeah.
Mane. So it's not a joke thing going on.
Most of the players, when they retire, most of them go to the MLS. So it's a big thing up for them.
Yeah, but the ones I mentioned that in retirement mode yet, they still, as I said, they still could make
more
I go on with
Yeah, the amount of money I say Neymar I get per day, 450,000 euros, my boss, per day.
Yeah.
Then when you hear them something, my boss, man, it's hard to resist.
Yeah, man. Big things are going on, man. Respect to the big baller. The goat for me.
Big up Ronaldo.
All right.
Yes.
We don't know if you do that thing. We don't know if,
Oh, you can't talk, man. You're a big regular caller, boy. Your Thursday night event. Talk to him now. You can't talk, man.
We don't know if we get to that trouble fee.
No, man. You're a regular caller, man.
You know, say that I got the thing, so we don't know.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
All right, send the information. We might just get a shout out.
Yeah.
All right, big up.
Big up.
All right, Diego Ogilvy.
I haven't heard from Diego for a little while.
New York.
How are you?
All right, Puffy. I'm telling you, I'm listening to you too before we get to. First of all, let's take the one at a time. The cricket, which are two mentioning about, don't they pay? Doesn't the West Indies Cricket Board get money from Puran and Narayan? I mean, these guys
No,
are paying IPL.
They don't get it directly. The IPL pays money back to the West Indies. And the West Indies, part go to the West Indies board, part go to
the club.
So club. Doesn't it come? That's what I'm asking you. Doesn't it come out of the franchise, the contract that they sign?
Yes.
Yeah. So if Puran don't play for Mumbai Indians, they don't get no money.
The West Indies does not get that 10%.
Right.
And that 10%, I understand, is shared up in three parts. I think West Indies board, national board, and I think the clubs.
So their investment in Puran and Netmai gets paid back when they play club cricket.
But I don't know if every other franchise does it, but I know the IPL does.
IPL, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right. IPL, yeah. But the question I wanted to ask you, which Zidane, you need to ask him, Zidane, when we say we agree with him, why does he have a problem with we saying now, just pay them a reasonable amount of salary?
Yeah,
why does he have a problem with that?
Yeah, I don't get it. Why? The one part I disagree is when he said that if the players don't agree with the contract that is offered to them, you must bar them from playing cricket in the region. No, they can't go to Diego, man. So yeah, if a talent like Brian Lara comes at 19, so you have a next Brian Lara, you say sign 6 years and Brian say no. Brian will never play for West Indies again and not play in the region. He's who lose out. The West Indies with them Bramble side.
Yeah.
You don't understand
I get you. I get that part, but I would not fear him now. So it's a give and take thing, you know. Why when we say, okay, if you want Puran for the 5 years or whoever you want, Atanze or them, just pay them a salary that makes sense to make them come in. That's what. Why does he disagree with that?
No. When you talk to him again, you ask.
No, I'm saying you call, you know.
Yeah.
I am saying that's a question for him then, for Zidane to remember to ask him next time he calls.
I don't know why I'm going to say. We do it, Jennifer.
No, we don't know. I'm just saying ask the question.
At 19, after you sign at 19, for what essentially is a fraction of what you could be worth at 20. Why should you why should your first contract be a 6-year contract? Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Why does he disagree with us to say, okay, we can like them up here too for the 5 years, and they'll agree if you pay them up something that.
When you sign a 6-year contract binding you to the West Indies, you know, they could say, listen, we have a charity event we want to send you on behalf of the West Indies, you know. While IPL are going, you're going to miss 2 weeks and 2 weeks.
I may decide after 2 years that we no longer want to play cricket.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, why me talk to the man? Just ask the man why he disagrees.
Because when Dwight comes on, Diego, he's not the easiest man to have a conversation with him.
You realize I was trying to counter his entertainer part, and him don't give me the chance to counter.
When Dwight comes on, you know, Diego, he doesn't come on to have a discussion, you know. That's my problem with Dwight. He comes on, he shuts you down when you try to ask him anything because he comes with a pre-arranged set of things that he wants to say.
He must listen to Puna thing now.
No, man, I don't
disagree with Puna thing.
Anyway,
I want to listen to Feeling thing and say him disagree. So that's the question I would have for Zidane to ask. Now back to our thing, your thing now, Zidane and Orville.
Yes.
Why? Because it's two and argue two different things. So let me do it Dago way.
Yes.
Be specific. Orville.
Yes.
This first one is for you, then I get to Zidane. I like to define my parameters like what Michael Sharp teach me. So I'm saying in primary school, in the schoolyard, you know, I'm very specific now. First graders, when recess is out or they're out of the class in the playground. What do you see them doing mostly? Competing. Remember the word competing. Competing at running or competing at football.
Why? I'm not. My argument is not specific.
No, I said there go argument.
I don't know what
You
your.
can't focus on
I don't. Well,
argument first, boss.
I don't know. My answer to your question, I don't know.
So you know, when you were in primary school, then, make it simple for you.
Yes.
And you get to recess and you break.
Yes.
Right? And first grade, I'm being specific now. Because I don't want to go that twin and your mother and 2-year-old baby and your mother and father shop. So what did you see at pure primary school?
Cricket. There was more cricket than rugby.
Ah, okay. Because I was saying country plays a lot of cricket.
Yeah.
So then
my primary
that
school
is what Zidane is saying.
But that is not what I was saying.
All right, so we're talking two different things.
My argument is not confined
let me get to you now. Let me get to you what I think you are saying. Orville, let me get to you what I think you're saying, which also makes sense. But I'm telling you what I think you're saying now.
Yes.
You're not saying that I've been a baby and I've grown and I have sons that have grown. Now, when they go junior, he's growing. And me and him now start walk and creep and walk, him start run. Then the first thing he's going to do before he plays football, man, I'm going to run up and down.
I agree.
Nobody can argue that.
No.
Nobody's disagreeing.
All right. Running up and down, I'm saying his first competitive instinct.
Yeah, this is it.
When him run against you, is he's going to try to beat you.
Yes, Orville.
So I'm saying
nobody can argue against that.
But that is what they're arguing against.
But hold on.
That is exactly what they're arguing against.
Calm down, Orville. Calm down.
Stop it,
You're listening now, Diego?
Yes, man.
I disagree with you. A 3-year-old baby boy doesn't have the consciousness to decide that I'm trying to beat my father in a race. No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, Gus, and that is Orville's argument.
When you have a son, you talk to me.
No, but that is Orville's argument.
Hey, I have 2 sons, my boss. And
you're talking rubbish now.
From them start run. Remember, you go make them beat. Hold on, make the point, because I have 2 sons now.
Never kill them.
Hold on, Zidane, make the point.
No, I am saying that once me and them are run, my boss, them want to beat you.
Hold the line, Diego. Never kill you, Diego. Because you're Bram.
Thank you, Diego. That's all I've been saying.
Hold the line, Diego. You could have thought, boy, you have son till you're weak. I'm going to beat you when you come back. We're coming back.
Get running. Stay fit with the latest brands and styles at Western Sports. Running, walking, trekking. Western Sports has the shoe just for you. The time by Western Sports is
2:45.
Need to spruce up those clothes or take a break from the washing? Then visit New Look Dry Cleaners and Launderers at 120 Red Hills Road, Kingston 19, or Shop 23 Manor Park Plaza for speedy service and the very best prices. Everything will look like new. Be part of the thousands of satisfied customers. Call 925-9464 or 931-1305. Get the best look at New Look.
Win over $1 million in cash and prizes in the Yummy Summer Competition. Purchase any 4 of your favorite Yummy pastry. Write your name and number on your receipt. Send in with your Yummy salesman or drop off at the nearest supermarket or Yummy agency. 28 weekly prizes, 4 winners every week, plus grand draw August 28th for a laptop. $60,000, $30,000, plus a Yummy basket and back to school vouchers. Grand prize, a family weekend for 4 at the Holiday Inn. It's the Yummy Summer Competition, authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Welcome. Diego, you still there?
Yeah, but you were sometime with Orville for the whole cricket too.
Yeah, man, no problem. But first, we're not calling it down. We're not calling it down. First of all, the argument was never about any son and father. It was about amongst each other. Yeah? That's what. It was never about son playing with father. It was about
but that's what Orville is talking about.
Hold on. Listen to Diego, man.
He said the first, but you're not listening to Orville. He said the
yes,
first.
Yes, I am, but you know Orville switch argument all the while.
I haven't switched anything.
Give me a chance, Diego, man. Boy, just listen to me, Diego.
All right.
First and foremost, the argument was never about son against father. That's one. It was always amongst themselves. But Diego, since you
never specified. He
yes,
said,
man.
He said from you growing. He never
Diego, my argument is simple. Your first competitive sporting event where you try to beat somebody.
It wasn't about somebody. It was about
running.
The next other person. It was
anybody.
But anyway, since I got there, let me ask you the question. You believe a 3-year-old baby boy instinct is that when he's chasing his dad, so you run and you say, come son. In his mind, a 3-year-old mind is saying that I want to find out if I'm faster than my father. You really come on national radio and I said that you agree with the nonsense?
Can I talk?
Yes, go ahead.
I can talk.
Yes.
I'm free to talk.
Yes.
When I am with Dago Jr.
At 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yes.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Yes. And I'm going out to the mall, to wherever I'm going. I'm going to and I start running. He's running to try to catch up with me and beat me.
I know. That's
all of us. Saying.
No, is he?
That's his first instinct to compete.
Is he trying to decide if he's faster than Diego or not?
He might try to run faster than you.
No, he's just running because.
Hold on, Zidane. You're talking about formal racing and.
But Diego, you're not listening to the argument. I mean, I try to tell you the argument, you know.
Two different things.
No, I'm telling you, big boss, me sitting beside the man from last week. Don't tell me what the man is saying, my boss. Me, I tell you.
Same thing, Diego.
He is saying that a little boy at 3 and 4 years old, the first instinct competitive is trying to find out if it's faster than somebody else.
And do what's around him.
Not so Diego.
No, man,
Diego, not 3 years. Diego Jr. in his head wasn't saying, I'm faster than that, I'm going to run lead that. He must have run to catch that.
He's not thinking that.
And that's what Orville is saying.
No, I'm saying he's competing with you.
That's what he's saying.
No, let me tell you what I'm saying.
You know, it's like the licks them, they're going to change the argument. That's what Orville is doing.
Fine.
Orville, I can't find the tips. I'm last week, you know.
There you go.
Oh.
When that little boy is running with it to the mall, he's competing.
No, we'll get to the He's not trying to find out if he's faster than his father.
There you go.
And that's what you have been saying.
Me have children and you have children. You said them always are try beat you, them father, at the running game. You said, and you might make him win 2 races to build up him confidence. You know? You're more likely
Which
to do
a 3-year-old boy is trying to seek confidence?
Yes. Yes.
A 3-year-old.
You make him beat
Diego,
you.
Your 3-year-old son was trying to figure out if he's faster than you or not when he was chasing you.
We can't talk about him mind.
It can't be Diego. Him just naturally run him see father and run down him father. Not trying to.
Is he trying to beat me?
He's not trying to find out if he's faster than his father. Nothing can go so.
Zidane, what he say over the saying, he does that first before playing a soccer.
Exactly.
He's trying to find out if he's faster than him. No.
Yes.
Diego, we agree that you run first, Diego. You run up and down first.
Okay.
We're not disagreeing with that. It's the part when August trying to find out if he's faster.
Diego, are the same thing we used to be.
No, that is not true.
He might go try find out. He might go compete with you running that. Yeah, what the cricket where you are?
It's very important. Our passion, the greatest sport in the world.
Yes.
No. Did you hear the new thing going on now that ICC with the big original Melbourne Cricket Club and laws that makes the laws of cricket and all that?
Yes.
They are deciding that T20 has killed 50 over, and they're going to keep the 50 over World Cup and only play bilateral ODIs now 1 year before World Cup. What do you say? But what do you say to that?
I didn't hear that.
No one else. Yeah.
Ultimately, something I have to give with the 50 overs farmer.
It has to.
Ultimately. And I think, who was it that made that suggestion?
20 overs really killed. Not test to me.
In fairness,
20 overs killed 50 over.
In fairness to Dwight Chatu, I think he had made some such suggestion. Was it him? That you can't have the same amount of 50 overs contest the way we used to. Now that T20 has come around.
Well, something but since they have the 2027 tours already set up till 2027, it will take in effect after the 2027 World Cup.
Something has to give, Diego. If that's what you're saying, I agree. What farm it take, we're not sure yet.
Well, something is just waiting and see. I just want to see your position on it.
Yeah, man. Something has to give.
All right. Say no more. Big up yourself, Zidane.
Big up.
Yeah.
All right. Who is there now?
Little lad.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. Zidane, when you done touch out the argument from yesterday, man said no 3-year-old now compete at that level. You tell Harvey to move it from 3 to 6 and 7. We done with the argument.
Well, you know why Harvey can't move it?
At 6 and 7, what are they most likely to compete in first?
No, but they already done play football long before that already.
Okay.
So we are talking about it competing against each other to find out who is faster. It's not 3. 6 and 7.
We disagree vehemently about
that. All right, Zidane.
All right. Yes.
Hear a statement here. It is the passion in track and field That's why we are so great.
Sprinting.
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 Yes. That is why we are greater than we are in the other disciplines in track.
Okay, so that means that we are competing then. That's why you know that we are great. We are competing.
That's why I know that we are great.
Yeah,
then we don't know so we're better at sprinting than the other farms at track.
Why? Because we are compete.
Because we love it.
No man. Oh.
But the results show.
Zidane.
Why are you running to Zidane? No, me and you having an argument. Because Zidane is in the mood now to this natural. So you compete, then a competition you got to take on.
Exactly. All right.
So it is competition we know that we're better in sprinting than marathon running.
I actually agree. You see, the man come to me and I actually agree with you. You see me in the move and actually take care. But I agree with you on this topic.
No. But why am I called Zidane?
But I agree with you.
No, Mr. Agit, yes, you answer my question now. We are competing.
Yeah.
All right. So I am passionate about in football, and you are passionate about in sprinting. In the Jamaican system right now, who you think is going to be a world beater?
The sprinter is more likely to be a world beater.
Who more like? Why?
Because the coaching, for one, football require other people competing at a high level with you to bring the best out of you.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the point before you rubbish it. Yeah. In order to become a highly skilled footballer, you need other highly skilled footballers around you to find out if you can pass and control and kick. You need others around you, just like cricket.
Right, yeah, man. We understand.
Individual sports, I can rise to the very highest level without other people around me at my level. Do you understand that?
Yeah, but what will make you rise to that level?
Interest, passion are the starters.
No, sir.
The starters.
No, Mr. Higgins, listen to the statement. No, it is a passion that will make us great.
It is the passion that gives us the impetus to do the things to make us great.
No, sir.
So it is the passion that makes us train. It is the passion that makes the coaches good at the thing. It is the passion that makes a youth donate him entire summer to put in the background work.
How do you quantify passion?
Results.
So
over time.
So what you're saying is a nation is better than another nation.
No, I'm not talking about marginally better. I'm saying if a nation over 30, 40, 50 years.
Yes, it is a passion.
That constantly performing better than you.
Yes, it is a passion.
It is the one thing that you can generate. I'm not talking nations where them swap. So Brazil great today, Argentina great. I'm not talking those. I'm talking Brazil, Argentina versus Jamaica. Or Brazil, Argentina versus Antigua.
Yeah, man, I understand. So in the period of the 70s and 80s and the period of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Which era you think you have more passion for sprinting?
I think by and large the passion level is roughly the same. I don't know that it has gotten any higher.
But it's since 2008 we start beat the world constantly.
Because we have added another dimension, which also comes back
exactly.
to
So that isn't so.
But
so
I never listen.
It is not the sprint. Is not the passion that makes us great. Then
I am saying to you that the dimension.
Something else.
But the something else that we have added is also passion. We have added some coaches now. We have added GC Foster.
So the coaches that we added passion.
GC Foster turns out better sprint coaches than better steeplechase coaches. Why you think that is so?
Mr. Higgins, just the same reason why when you go on a football field at an early age, everybody wants to play forward.
You think every coach we got GC Foster got trained coaching want to be a great steeplechase coach?
Because it comes natural and
what comes natural?
Sprinting more than anything else in track and field. Sprinting comes more natural than anything else.
Oh, sprinting comes more natural
than anything else, than jumping, than long jump, than high jump, than long distance. Sprinting comes natural more than any other thing in track and field.
Including football, though?
Track and field.
Does it come more natural than football?
Sprinting, of course.
Oh, I didn't know that. I think little youngsters were more inclined to play football.
No, we are talking about to find out who is better.
Well done.
I thought little boys were more inclined to kick something than to run.
Sprinting is the most natural thing more than any other sport.
I didn't know that.
Everybody agrees.
Exactly.
Everybody agrees.
You mean a youngster is more likely to want?
Zidane, we are going to shop.
Yeah, but don't make him the real. Yes, that's what you're rocking a while ago.
Yeah, man.
What you say about going to shop? Don't make him the real.
Yeah, try see if it.
No, he was talking about something.
Hold on. When you say you're going to shop, what you do now?
Zidane, you know the real winner, but I show him something in track and field. Why he says sprinting is more natural than anything.
Track and field point.
Because guess what I'm know? We are got shop. You know what we say? The fast man reach to that light post there. You understand? Not a 3-year-old, you know. But we are sure the sprinting more natural than anything else. We not say, all right.
So you're saying sprinting? So sprinting is the most natural form of sporting endeavor.
Anything else?
That's why know that.
That's what. Yes. So you mean you know that? That we argue from a long time.
No man, naturally. So sprinting is the most natural form of human endeavor. But that is not the form of endeavor that we compete first in. I didn't know.
Mr. Higgins, yes, it's your argument, you know.
Hold on, let me get what you're saying, Nicola.
Yeah.
Sprinting is the most natural form of sporting endeavor.
Anything sporting.
But sprinting is not our first form of competing in sport.
To find out a 3-year-old.
So it is the most natural thing to do, but not the most natural thing to compete in.
A 3-year-old to find out who is faster.
Let me say it again. It's the most natural thing to do, but not the most natural thing to compete in.
All right, let me ask you. Let me ask.
I rest, Mike.
Let me ask you. No, hold on. Let me ask you that question. All human beings sprint first before they do anything competitively.
Of course.
Hold on, man. No, man. None of the basketball
generally.
I'm asking, does all baby boys?
No, because you have some.
So
fathers,
you have some.
No. You have. Hold on. There are some fathers who get them youth involved in a swimming when they're 1 year old.
Oh, so you have.
I'm talking general.
Okay.
You have some Chinese fathers where before get them into gymnastics.
No, because true, he must say something. Yeah, so like say, oh yes, I respect.
But he agrees with me that generally sprinting is the most natural.
Right, so do
form
you agree that even though sprinting is natural,
if it is the most natural form of sports, it's going to be the most natural form of sports competition?
No, that's
not a 3-year-old.
Hold on.
Not a 3.
Hold on. Not a
3.
Is 3-year-old the most natural form of sporting activity?
Literally, them say we have to run. Them say the break come. Them are running. We pass the track.
So 3-year-old is at 3. Your most natural form of sporting activity is running, but your most natural form of sporting competition is not running. That is flawed.
I want to know the Brazilian boys are running against each other, not playing football. Running come naturally to everybody in the world. We'll take the break. We're coming.
Use bleach. Diluted household bleach solutions can be used if appropriate for the surface. Never mix household bleach with ammonia or any other cleanser. Unexpired household bleach will be effective against coronaviruses when properly diluted. Prepare a bleach solution by mixing.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so I could take some text. Let me hear what the text does, I say, after the music.
All right?
Yeah.
Brought to you by HChem Paints for people who dream in color.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
We take the music first. Make us take the music. Right.
Yeah, the music first. The song.
All right, so we take the song, then we take the texting word. You ready, Feed?
Garnet Silk. One from Garnet Silk. Edge campaigns for people who dream.
Ah.
Oh, Father, watch in Zion. Hear our voice, oh God, today in our prayer, and accept our thanksgiving. Father, we thank thee for all that you have done and for what you're doing now. Whoa, yeah. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He restoreth my soul. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go in the tides that ebb and flow. Yeah, go and walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I will fear no evil, cause Jah is with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go in the tides that ebb and flow. Though so strong and great you are, love, love, love. Stretching deep, wide and far. Tiny vessels safe you keep, rocking them gently as you sleep. Wild and rough though you may be, when you are angry, mighty sea. When the storm is gone, we find you're still a playmate kind. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Splashing, dashing, restless sea. Never still you seem to be. Sometimes angry, sometimes sad. Sometimes you laugh as though you're glad. Little children love you well. Love all the wondrous tales you tell. Love to watch you come and go in the tides that ebb and flow. Splashing, you dashing, you restless sea.
Garnet. But every time I hear a Garnet, it brings back so many memories. Brought to you by Edge Paints. People who dream in color. All right, we'll take some text now. Yeah.
Text message. It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Orville and Zidane, you're both arguing two different points. It's time to stop this nonsense on the radio. Two-Face from Kingston. I don't know what I'm arguing. Sprinting is the most natural form of sporting endeavor, which means sprinting or running, which means sprinting or running must be the most natural form of sporting competition.
Why are they saying we're arguing two different things? I disagree with that.
Good day, gentlemen. It is my view that the West Indies cricketers are developed by their clubs and not the boards. When West Indies was on top, the board didn't develop anyone. It was their clubs and the county teams in England when these players spent most of their time being developed. I basically agree with that. Orville, passion is fundamental, but I challenge you that professionalism may be supreme. I am bastard. Supreme. Call me my boss and explain what you mean by professionalism is supreme. Our next man say Orville, give up, you lose. All right, we expect that. All right, who do we go to now?
Back to Dwight for your last couple of minutes. Dwight?
Hey, Zidane, how you doing?
Yeah, man.
Hey, Orville.
Yes, sir.
I need you to understand what I'm saying. I think you need to pay a certain amount of respect to callers when they're calling. You are on a topic, which I personally think is a stupid topic, and you're on it for days. I've never called this program to say, nobody not convinced, nobody need to come out for that.
No. I'm not the one. The difference is I'm not the one telling the caller what to talk about. The wrong analogy. I'm saying when you call, in other words, if one caller keep calling to challenge me about this 8, 10, 12, 15 times.
But I wasn't talking to you.
It no matter who you are talking to. You are talking
Orville. Zidane is a host on the program.
All right, Dwight, you're gone 40 seconds out of your talk.
Yeah, Zidane is a host.
So you
Zidane.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Zidane, go through with what you're saying about the music thing now.
Yeah, I'm saying that example is not a great one because if the musician is unknown, and then I'm going to give him an opportunity to be known, then I can tell him time down because there's no other way for him to be known.
Do you believe Cardi B was unknown before she broke out in 2018?
No, I don't know about Cardi B.
You don't know who Cardi B is?
But I'm saying to you, my boss.
No, wait. You follow music and you don't know who Cardi B is?
No, I said I don't know how she came about.
Okay, but Cardi B broke out in 2018, roughly around 2018. Do you believe she was roughly an unknown before that?
Yeah, but a lot of things about the music. Because, so you can breach it, you can leave your contract. You can sign to somebody and just stop.
Yeah, and the person can sue you. She got sued, you know.
Yeah,
she breached her contract and she got sued about it. But Zidane, you're agreeing with what I'm saying. No. I'm saying you put a development contract and exposure contract to somebody who is an unknown at 19. See? You know, no waves, nobody know about it.
To say what?
We said to him, say, we have a pathway. This is our pathway. We will invest in you. But when you make it, you need to repair us. And you can repair us in one or two ways. You can repair us as a straight lump sum. See? Or you can play for us and pay back the money liquor.
Oh, so when you say pay back, you're talking about playing for us as well?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what I've said all along. And there are examples all across the world. I honestly don't know what that Diego is talking about. So I don't even need to engage us. Because why am I talking about a foolish?
Let me ask you a question. Would you sign that sort of contract? If you believe that there's a
If I am an unknown, nobody don't know about me.
No, but
and nobody don't know about me. I have an option at 19.
So you're saying
I can go to a call center and chances I earn $80,000 to $100,000 a month. Or I can take up this offer, have these guys invest in me and become a millionaire. Of course, we pay you back your money. That's why people go to universities.
All right, Dwight, you've said that several times. And
No. A second thing, Zidane.
No, man, no. I know Zidane decided these things. You have been on, you come back for your 2 minutes, you've gone more than 2 minutes.
Zidane, we will call and talk about and continue something tomorrow because you made another interesting point. I'm more
all right,
Zidane.
All right,
respect, Zidane. Respect.
Big up, good. Whether you want to respect Orville or not, Orville decide how long you stay on the ear. Sooner you get that in your head, the better. Next call.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good hear me? Yes.
You guys doing anything all right?
Who this?
Messi.
Oh, Messi. What's up?
Why I say Messi? Long time.
Just intrigued the argument about the whole athletic things that running fast and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But let's take more of a find funny because I kind of tend to agree with Arthur.
Yes.
Because I have a question, you know. I live in watches, so I go to film sometimes. Like, I'm about 4 or 5. And
mm-hmm.
when I go to the park and I'm going to run. But if I run left, I'm going to.
We didn't hear that. Say that again.
You said when you run left.
Yes, run for me cry. Like him ball, like him run left him. But every time he run left me, him laugh and cheer and say, you know, so me believe all of that. Even as young as 3 and 4, them still have this thing when they want to compete. You see them can run left or them fast on you. And my son play football, you know, see me go high school, now he starts football. And he can play football really good. But I'm saying for him young, I just run, everybody I run. So I still believe that running or running fast, that comes natural and it's more competitive from early age than any other sport. Even though my parents to play football, cricket, or whatever, but running is what we do most as young boy and young girl.
Yes. All right, my boss.
Right. And this is my point to me. So me mostly believe obviously because I'm a countryman and so I just be running. So football, you don't just play football and you must go from town. When you come to town now, the football must play. So like a sportman mostly in a football thing. Countryman, running, stocky, running. We used to play, we call them baseball or running. So it was always about running. And we really want to run fast. I mean, fast, I'm very, very slow. But we keep my run same way.
Leave it.
I still believe that running to me is more natural, competitive event than football
from an early age. All right, my boss. That's my theory. It captured in a nutshell. But we're coming back after it.
It is your right to know To know what you want, information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business, information for everybody. No has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, you can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgecare, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. And Anybet, your best bet.
Today is the day to push past my limits. Escape my comfort zone, I won't live within it. Take energy from my mind and body. Be all I can be, best version of me. I won't give up, no, I never stop. Boost me up with something. Boost me up. Boost me up.
1 glass of Suppligent has 8 vitamins and minerals and is power-packed with protein to maintain healthy muscle mass. The day is yours. Suppligent boosts you up.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome. Before we go to Calabar, if you are 19 and you're a West Indian, because West Indians will still play a lot of cricket, why would you be unknown at 19? Why West Indians would be interested?
Well, he's going to say unknown to the point where you can sign professional contracts.
But if you're good enough to play for West Indians for them to offer you a contract, it means that.
No, well, he's talking Jamaica first. Well, so like a 19-year-old like Jordan now probably wouldn't be able to sign a professional contract overseas. But he's still good enough to play for Jamaica.
It means that he's close to the potential of possibly 2 years down the road could be playing in the IPL. Yeah. So man can't tie down in future to West Indies. For,
All right, make we take the next one. Kabla or
Kabla.
Kabla. Oh Lord, did we lose him? Put him up for me.
Yeah.
Hello, G-Star this.
Yeah, man, G.
Well, yes.
Mr. Higgins.
Yes, sir.
Big up yourself today.
Yes.
Question, Mr. Higgins. If I have $1 million in the bank, right?
Yes.
And you have $2 million in the bank.
Yes.
But I have $10 million in stocks and bonds. Yes. I have $10 million in real estate. And I own 2 KFC franchises. Who has more money? Who's wealthy?
What a ridiculous question. Yeah, what do you, man?
It sounds ridiculous, right? But answer, just for the people, for the culture.
The man will have more assets, no better off financially.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question, just for the people now.
I don't know that you're doing this for the people.
Does Jamaica have more passion for football or sprinting?
At what age group?
No. Didn't I just give you the example about money? Why are you bringing up what age group? I'm talking overall. Just like I asked you, who has more money?
I would probably argue. Passion? I would probably argue football.
Pardon me?
I would probably argue football.
Mr. Higgins, speak up now with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Football. I think Jamaicans, by the time they get to a certain age, are more interested in football than they are in.
Okay, so football
in
has
track and
more
field.
passion. Okay, so for me, the argument's finished now.
But that was never my argument.
Because you
From day one, I agreed with that.
No, you were skipping, dancing,
No,
hopping. Because
again.
when the man asked you, when the man asked you, why are Jamaicans better at sprinting than football? You said passion. That was your answer.
I said passion because sprinting passion relative to the other countries that are involved in sprinting. So this is a point that Zidane emphasized that is way above your head. Now, I may have 40% passion for track and field and 80% passion for football. But if the passion for track and field is 30% generally, then that is what counts, G-Star. And if I have 60% passion for football, but the general percentage relative to the world. So even though we may have more passion for football as opposed to track and field, relative to the world, we are at a higher percentage rate if it's sprinting than the rest of the world.
But mistaken for English.
That is a very basic
point. You're not communicating very well.
So I explained that long time.
Yeah, you're not communicating very well, mistaken for English.
No, man. Zidane gets that. Yeah. Zidane nailed that one very well.
All right. So here's one more question now.
Yes.
Just like I want to talk about basketball now that I'm not for this. Did we have more passion in the 80s and 90s for track and field? Or with this sudden emergence, do we have more passion now?
I would suggest that the passion is not much different.
Okay.
What is different is now we are qualifying better coaches. Mm-hmm. The athletes are now staying home.
Okay.
And these are now some added dynamics. But the reason why we are having better coaches is in itself a function of passion.
Yeah, maximizing more on the talent.
For me, passion, what's passion without hard work? What is passion?
It is passion that leads to hard work.
No. Passion and hard work are two different things.
You are not going to work hard at nothing that you're not passionate about.
If you love it, you're going to dedicate yourself to it.
Not necessarily, Zidane. That's not how it works. Passion and hard work are two different things.
It is passion that leads to hard work, G-Star. You're not going to work hard unless it's a job.
Always. If you said motivation, maybe. But hard work, passion is a different thing.
No, G-Star.
G-Star. Me not talk about people like me and you that want to work or we don't like and we have to do it. I'm talking young people are not going to be working hard at nothing where them not like. Adults work hard in one factory where them not like.
They're passionate about something, but they still don't work hard. Mistake is, I know a lot of people.
No, hold on.
They're going to work hard enough.
I know a lot of youth who love basketball, but they don't work as hard as they need to get to the league.
They don't love it like some of the youth. Them will work hard to get into the league. What's wrong with you?
Anyway, we'll agree to disagree. Anyway,
nothing in that boy.
Let me finish up with some basketball. Yeah.
Yes.
James Harden. The slightly big news is James Harden called his general manager, which is his boss, a liar. Right?
Yes.
He says he'll never play with his boss, with Daryl Morey
as the GM.
As the GM, because he's a flat out liar. Now let me give the quick background.
Yes.
James Harden had a $48 million contract, and he took less money, so he opted out of that contract to sign a 1-year deal plus an option for $33 million, and then maybe like $37 million the next year. So basically, James Harden took a pay cut for $15 million for the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a promise that, hey, James, this is what we're going to do for you next year. We're going to give you a long-term, 4-year, $40 million, $160 million deal, right?
Yes.
No, I'm kind of putting that one in there. That's probably what it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So turn around this year now, James Harden flop in the playoffs on as per usual, right? So now the general manager is saying, you know what? Even though I promised you this, you know what, James? I'm not going to give you a long-term contract.
Yeah, it happens. We don't understand why James Harden and Kyrie Irving are crying. Kyrie Irving get involved, you know.
No,
because don't players sign long-term deal that 5-year contracts and then within 2 years they're asking for out. Me want a trade and try to force a trade. It happens.
No, but now you're playing with my money now. because I can't get that money back.
No, but the reason why I offered you a 5-year contract, max deal, is because I want you to be there for 5 years, so help me fill up the stadium and sell jerseys. No, after
but why did, as my boss, why did you promise me something that
because
you
I
did not?
thought you were going to deliver. But when I realized how shake you look now and you look fat and you're getting old, I start wonder why should I sign this man for give him a big contract for 3-4 years? So it happens, man.
But for me, no.
Me not beat the GM, boss. It happens.
No, you know why? For me, no. This is the first time I'm saying James Harden is actually right for asking for a trade, because if I gave up $15 million,
isn't he a free agent?
Which he could have been a free agent.
Oh,
he has
yes.
1 more year left on his contract.
Oh, he opted in.
Yes, he opted in.
Oh.
But if I gave a $15 million to the pay cut to the organization, and the organization promised me something, more money next year, and they don't follow through,
it shouldn't be a promise though. In a business, you have to make a
thank you.
No, but Mr. Higgins, but that's what happens though. Do you still have verbal agreements?
No, man. So morally, you may say him have a case, but legally.
No. We know that legally he doesn't have no case enough. But I'm saying this is why, for me, this time around, James Harden is
might be
right
upset
to leave.
enough to want to leave.
So
and if I was James Harden, I'm gone.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you both a question. Like how will come in. So when I signed it to a 6-year contract, and we say we have a project and this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
But then after 2 years now, LeBron James in the summer say, come to LA and win a championship and this happen. And then you go back and say, why? We want to go to LA now. We want a trade, you know.
Yeah.
Is that you morally that not right morally as well, you know?
It is morally.
No, that is right, because I can still fulfill the contract.
No, but you're not going to do it for 6 years.
You're not going to do it for 6 years. You're leaving.
No, but I have a right to not to want to be in a location.
And I have a right to look at you and say, I don't think you're worth the money that I thought you would have worth.
If it's okay for the player to want to leave midway the contract.
No, hold on, no.
Then
here's why that's different. Because it's the same thing. Organizations can trade players.
It's different, but it's similar in terms of you saying that we no longer want to be with you. You decide to move along and we didn't agree to that. We agreed for you to stay for 5 years, and by the 4th year, we're at a level and you decide to leave me after 2 years.
But what I'm saying, Zidane, that's the same thing as an organization trading, so it's 50-50 in that regard. It's when you want to tear up my contract now, I have a problem with that.
No, you never signed the contract, you know.
Fulfill your obligation.
All right. I was projecting that you would be at a level in 2 years' time, you know. When I realized how you look now, in terms of your ability on the court, and your shape and all that. Me can decide.
I get that, but for me, Zidane, that's a you problem, not a me problem.
G-Star, I'm interested in following up on one.
Yes,
I really am. But we have some others.
All right, big up.
All right, big up G-Star.
All right, who we have now?
Hello?
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Oh, G-Go.
This is not G-Go yet, man. It sounds like old time.
All right, old time at it.
Yeah, man.
Old time.
Yeah. How's everybody?
Good.
Yes.
The present West Indies test team cannot beat any of the test playing. I'm talking about the weakest test playing nations, like Scotland, Ireland, or Zimbabwe. Can't beat any of those teams now.
In test cricket?
In test cricket.
I disagree.
Huh?
I disagree.
We can beat Scotland and Ireland.
We can. Them can beat with who you're doing.
The current team that we know
Old time, and listen, I'm saying we can beat them, but it would not be out of the realm to say they could beat us.
No.
West Indies can beat the Minnows.
We, sir, can select a much better team than what we have put out there.
Different argument, that.
A player like Brandon King, batting well in the white ball competition. The man is playing good cricket shots. And him can't get on this test team.
No. All they have said to Brandon is that we want in the year where we are going to pick you, we want you to play first class cricket that year.
Play what?
First class, 4B, red ball cricket. They want to play him, but they have a fill up, they have a policy that if you want to play test cricket, you must play 4-day cricket in the year that you want to be selected. And it's just that Brandon never played in first class last year.
And but it's a policy that should keep him off the West.
Right, but don't say they don't want to pick him. It's better if you say it's a policy that has kept him off. A policy where them can't change it.
But then I thought they changed that policy long ago.
No, by and large, they're sticking.
Huh?
No, by and large, they maintain it.
I remember Desmond Haynes got in trouble with them because he was short of one first-class match.
Yeah, it never made sense to
me. And they dropped him. He couldn't play against the Australians.
Yeah, I remember.
Huh? No, that is rubbish.
And why that was rubbish for me is that Desmond Haynes was actually playing first-class cricket at the time in South Africa.
No.
So it's not like him did sit down and twiddle him thumbs or down on the beach. He was playing in South Africa, but the rule is you had to come back home to play all 5 games.
But shouldn't we be playing our best players?
Yeah, I agree with you. I have argued long and hard that the eligibility rule needs to be looked at.
No, players like Reefer, Mackenzie, these are untried quantities. And you are playing the #1 team in the world. And you're bringing on players like these out there and you have better players?
Well, the line all time. I will give you a couple of minutes.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
England will host Zimbabwe in a one-off men's test in May 2025. And this will be the first time the teams will have faced each other in the format for more than 20 years. They'll play a 4-day test from the 28th to the 31st of May at a venue yet to be decided. England's leading test wicket taker, James Anderson, made his debut the last time they played Zimbabwe in 2003. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, you can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. And Anybet, your best bet.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Super Center is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston, we have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Super Center, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Feel, make it easy for you get your money. So if you're happy, get a thing from your brother or mommy. Hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. Zoom, check your phone, your money land. VNBS money transfer. CFA, faster, easier. Sign up for VNBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, behind the line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VNBS money transfer.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Walter. You have another minute.
Yes, man. We are putting our players too much in boxes. A player like Puram.
Yes.
Puram should be playing Test cricket.
Same thing they ask Puram to do. Play some 4-day cricket if you want to play Test cricket. And in a way, I understand why. You know? Because beating up some man in some white ball cricket is not the same thing
Yeah, good
as
bowlers.
Is no man.
These are good bowlers.
Different mindset,
different
pitches.
Different.
A whole lot of things are different.
If the man can bat, he will play in any type of a great game. If he can bat,
But
And
if
they
they want to play Test cricket, why not sacrifice one season of playing first class cricket like Puran and them?
Well, let me go now to the last point here.
Yeah.
Shy Hope. He was dropped. He had a bad patch. He went into a bad patch.
No, sir. Shy Hope had a bad career.
No. He had a very good tour of England, you know.
That was 2017.
Yeah.
And he was an immortal, in fact, in a test
That
match
was
in England.
6 years ago, whole time.
Yes, but look here. Now, the man is in form now.
He was in form.
So why they don't call him back, give him a call back?
He has always been in form in white ball cricket.
But if is it the same bottom ball we are playing, sir?
All
If
right,
the man can go in and be so outstanding, it means that he's in form, he's in good nick.
He was always in good nick when he was averaging 25 in Test cricket. He was always in good nick in white ball cricket.
I don't think so. He was in a bad patch at one time, and they dropped him off the Test team.
Yes, those 2 centuries that he scored in England.
Yes,
are the only 2 Test centuries he's ever scored.
But it's a short period.
No,
when he was doing well.
He played 38 games, but we leave it. That's the whole time.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Hold on. Quickly, I brought up the man. He's averaging in list day cricket. Puran is averaging 41, but in first class cricket, he's averaging 31.
There you go.
Yeah.
Me still think Puran them.
Yeah,
them just serious. Just come back home and play some 40, you know, man.
But you can't pick them based on only white.
No, man. Let them come home and come. And it shows them willingness to play. If you really want to prove, say you want to play Test cricket, play some 40, you know, man. All right, Jigo. Hello? We lost him. We lost Jigo.
Hello? We're not, the line dead.
The line gone?
Yeah, we're not hearing Jigo at all now. Not even some sounds.
All right, anybody who wants to get through now, this is your chance. 876-968-8117. I think we had Cobbler up at one stage. Me not say Cobbler.
Yeah.
Then Jigo no winner. I said Jigo. So I don't know if people running out of credit or them just a little impatient or they had to go. Could be anything. But call now 876-968-8117 and we could engage you. I want to say one thing about 3-year-olds not being competitive. 2-year-olds are competitive. Competition, when a youngster sees a parent paying more attention to one than him, he cries. When he sees his sister getting a bigger toy than him, he cries. They are born competitive almost. It's nature's way of protecting them to survive. Youngsters are, you find a little 1-year-old, if you hug up your wife, that 1-year-old may push you away from your wife because he subconsciously feels that is taking away the attention that she should be giving him. They are competitive.
Yeah, but I understand that, but I don't think. Yeah. All right.
Yes. And the first arena that is socially acceptable, because when him ball, when him sister get more things, we beat him in our But one of the first socially acceptable way where he can channel this competitiveness is through sports.
Yeah, but when they're having fun, they're having fun. I don't think it's a competitive
No
thing.
man,
It's
there
natural.
fun is
So
them competing.
when they're playing stocky,
it's competing.
They're trying to find out what?
They are trying to win. They are trying to beat the other side.
There's no winning in stocky.
No man,
You're just playing. When you're playing hopscotch.
I don't know about your stocky, but my stocky we are playing for win. Little you don't want to lose.
Maybe me unique because when at 5 years old,
Zidane, tell you already say you unique.
No, but all of my brothers, we never that try to find out who better at
Zidane,
5. We just play ball and laugh.
When you're in a grade 1 and you come dead last in the class, and the teacher say you come last, you feel embarrassed.
No, that is that.
When the teacher say you come first, you feel on top of the world. You want to be better than your peers. I'm better than those around you in anything you do as a little you.
I don't think at 3 you're trying to figure out if you're faster than somebody because they don't even know what being faster means. Because you're saying the school example that you gave.
No, I disagree, but I can move on.
No, in the school example that you gave, now at least you know when you go to school what you're trying to do. I'm saying to you, I don't think a 3-year-old understands what it means to win a race.
Does a 3-year-old understand what it means for his parent to be giving another boy a tie and him?
Yes.
You know why he's balling? Because him feel that the other brother will get tired and him not get none.
He wants one as well.
He believes that that little boy, they have something over him.
Yeah, because when you give a boy a toy, him happy. Him love it, him like it. So when you now see, my brother gets a toy and he's happy. Or me not get none. But I'm saying, to find out.
It's his way of showing that I want to
find out
to be seen just like
but to find out who's faster now. Where do they learn to decide who's faster?
Running up and against each other. But we move
and by the way, you have to start off. Both of us have to start at the same point to determine who is faster, though, as well. So you can lick me and run off and then think you're faster.
Make a move. Ganja man.
Dr. Professor Higgins.
How are you doing? Oh, Kabla. Then I want to say Ganja man in this one.
Maybe Ganja is
maybe Ganja man next. Wagwan, Dr. Professor Higgins is here.
Zia, no, Wagwan.
I'm here, my boss.
Yeah, man, yes. Professor Higgins, me there listen to the show, and one thing I observe is that the problem where a lot of us have as Jamaicans is interpretation, Because based on your argument, when I listen to it, I listen to it keenly. I understand what you really are saying, and I think it is true. Because what you have to understand, Zidane, is that, the children, them not really, want to frame my mind where they know if they might compete against each other or not, but the instinct.
No, Tarvin disagrees with that. Arville was just this. No, Kabla.
And the way,
no, but
Arville.
But Kabla, Arville disagrees with what you just said.
I don't think we disagree. But
you just said you disagree with me, and I said the same thing that they're not in a competitive frame of mind.
No. They want to win.
No, man. The instinct, is that, Zidane.
They want to be better than those around them.
They don't know what it means to be better. They don't know that yet.
Tell us they want to be better than whoever they compete with.
The first day I went to play football, Kabla, I could not try to decide if I'm a better passer.
I'm saying that a 3-year-old, if you look boy run left you, him laugh. And if you run left him, him cry.
And it's only for track. Hold on. Harvey brought up a lot of things a while ago about toys, and I'm saying to you, why when I ask him, when the first time Zidane match,
if you ball him a 3 ball,
I will make the point. Make the point.
But no, what I want is for the caller to make the point. Because them know what me and you are saying already.
No, boy, I can't make my point.
No, Kabla, make the caller.
Boy, I can't make my point in the discussion.
No, you can. You've been doing it for weeks. So
the interpretation is you look at the body language to understand what the child, a 3-year-old, trying to prove to his other peer, a 3-year-old.
They said him crying.
When the child get older now.
No, when the father runs and him cry, does that mean he's trying to decide if he's faster than his father because his father runs him and him cry?
No, because
it doesn't mean that it's a full argument as well, If you and your father go out, Kabla, and your father run leave the boss, you're going to cry. It's not because you think your father beat you in a race.
Because the father gone away.
Yes, that's why you're crying, not because you're trying to become. You're the argument about, that's why you cry because your father is faster than you. No, it's because your father go and leave you. That's
why are you happy when you come?
Because listen up, Kabla, man. Even when you're even when both of you are walking, and your father is walking.
No, but why is he happy when he come in front of you?
Because he come closer to your father. No. But why when he's walking? Hold on, Kabla. Why when Uno said there's no competitive walking race? Why when you are walking away from your child, you're not running now? Why is he crying still?
Yeah, man, but Zidane, even if you walk away from the child, you realize that the child is going to try to run and catch up.
No, I'm saying to you, when your father is not running, because I can walk faster than you run as a 3-year-old, When I'm walking away from the child and he can't catch up, he still cries.
No. The initial stage of competitiveness is to see the child.
Let me ask the next one, Kabla. The first time you played football, Were you interested in finding out if you're a better passer than your little brother at 5?
No, man, I never play football at 5. I do most of the running.
No,
I'm
forget about you. Forget about
you.
You say you never play football.
What I know, man. Me born in the country here.
Yeah, so you say you don't play football? Come on,
sit down. I never play football at 5.
Yes, we can ask you then.
At 5. It's the word. At 5.
Kabla, you say you never play football at 5. So let me ask you a different question. I'm asking you. Go on.
What we have a friend them used to do, we say one flat camera, we used to go up in the do and draw down the long with them. And we used to use them and pick them when we use and make truck. That's what we used to do when we did small. So because of that, when I go primary school, Mount Olive primary school, fall in secondary at the time, I play running me do. It was after when we reached about grade 10, I started play football.
I'm not disagreeing with you running up and down, boss. I'm not disagreeing with you saying
even when he started play a trainer,
Kabla, I agree.
Me used to go play football.
Kabla, I agree that young baby boys, they walk more than they play football and they run more than they walk first and run first. My argument is this. When you go out at 5 for the first time to play football, you're not going with the intention to find out for the first time if you're better than your brother. You're going to have fun. You're going to play. You don't determine say, I'm going to find out if I'm a better passer or a better dribbler.
Competing. Yeah, man, I understand that. But
at 5,
you have to look on the body language.
You're competing.
But you have to find out if you're a better passer, a better dribbler, a better kick off the ball. Don't tell me that at 5
I'm saying you're competing at 5. When they compete.
You're not going out to find out who is better.
But they are competing to see who will win.
What does compete mean? Of course they're competing.
So just they're competing in running as well.
Competing and finding out who is better is two different things.
No, man, it's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Then Zidane, the purpose of competing is to find out who better who.
No, not in this context. Not in this context.
And that friendly.
You're competing, but you're not trying to find out who's better.
You can't be competing. Competing means you're engaging in an activity. We don't understand.
No, another competing.
Because when I'm passing and dribbling, we're not going.
No, man, when you pick up two teams as two little 6-year-old team, may I try score more goals?
I want you to listen carefully as
you're competing.
The first time you're going to play football as a little baby boy, you don't understand what being better mean because you don't know if you're good yet. For you to be going out there trying to see if you're better.
Well, I must be baby boy kick football. I'll just keep them a kick and run it down, you know.
Kabla, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. The first time you're going to play, because that is the word in the key in here. First, what you're doing first. The first time I'm attempting to play football, I'm not trying to find out if I'm better. I just see my brothers playing and I want to engage them and enjoy the game.
We have agreed that you had a
all of my friends them as well.
I agree with you, but still not with Zidane try to say.
No, man, but I am saying Zidane can speak very eloquently about his own experiences. So we can't tell him to that in a theme experience.
Yeah, man, it's a tree, you know, you never say at 5, it's a tree.
But generally across the island,
I did try to get all of him about to on other sports, other competitiveness. You understand?
All right.
So, yeah, man.
Kabla, long time when you're frying. Big up, man. Don't stay away so long.
So, we there, see shows still, you know.
All right, wonderful.
It's a big up. Respect.
You're coming now.
We may be all over the world, but we're still in this together. Make it easy for you get your money. So if you have to get something from your brother or mommy, hey, it's a not Insta, it's a MoneyGram. So check your phone, your money land. VMBS money transfer. CFA faster, easier. Sign up for VMBS direct to bank account transfer today. No matter step out, fit time no line. Straight in your account, money reach long time. VMBS money transfer.
Tracy, who you go give on now?
You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them.
Me can't get some?
No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
It's the IAAF World Championships 2023 in Budapest, Hungary from August 19 to 27. And it promises to be exciting and thrilling. Join KLAS FM 89 as we give you live coverage of all 9 days. And of course, You can look forward to our brilliant and entertaining team as we give you analysis, predictions, and information in our pre- and post-game show. Coverage of the IAAF 2023 World Championships comes to you courtesy of Manchester Co-op Credit Union, where service exceeds expectations. Azan Supercenter, the superstore for your home and more. Edgecamp, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry's standards. Hawkeye Electronics, securing what matters most. Milestone Restaurant, Sports Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. And Anybet, your best bet.
Oh, mommy, the roof is leaking again. I just fixed the roof. Lord, deliver me from this problem now. This what I come out of the cake.
I'm a genie, man. Relax. I come for grant you 3 wishes.
I
Yeah,
just
man.
need one wish right now.
One wish.
I need this roof to be fixed.
Tropical Metal Products, man. The place for you. Call them at 876-765-9444. And them stock a wide variety of roofing and building solutions, man. So check them out, man. So you see I save your money so I can stay for
I
dinner.
never cook no genie food today.
This is KLAS FM, the station where you get God and sports. We broadcast on the 89 frequencies on your FM band and online at omegaklas.com. Please continue to be blessed and enlightened. Gospel and sports sensible.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. So we're seeing Ganja Man up there now. Ganja Man, good afternoon.
I know Ganja Man, brother. Contraband.
Oh, contraband.
So, yeah, a couple times already.
All right, where you say
contraband?
Yeah, me I listen to the argument, brother. Me I say, yo, the thing about the running and football, we should come more natural. That's what I say.
No. Well, the fact that it comes more natural is part of my argument. I'm saying that because it comes more natural as a sporting endeavor, it is more likely to be the first sporting endeavor that you compete in at some point.
Yeah, the running, all right, so.
Yeah.
All right, so it all depends still. All right, you and Zidane have 2 different eras to come from, you know.
True.
You come from 2 different eras.
And 2 different parts
era.
of Jamaica.
One is a rural era, man, and one is a town, man.
Yes.
So I say, you know, in a rural area, you know, they mostly running and most cricket go on, because, I mean, the you them do even a football.
That's my point.
Yesterday,
the practice of playing football at a 5-year-old age is not as popular as Zidane thinks.
No, that's a truth. Come here, ball line, brother. No ball me playing time in Lily and
not
me run.
less youths at 5 play football than Zidane seems to think.
No, not in my community.
No, but like I said,
the community and not in the communities that I go to.
No, man, that's a rise the age, man.
What's the population? Since you not go town Kingston, what is the population of Kingston and St. Andrew? What is the population of Kingston and St. Andrew?
Kingston and St. Andrew?
Yes.
There are about nearly 700,000, nearly 800,000 people up there, man. Alone, man.
Okay.
Don't it?
Yeah. Well, me no know.
It's the biggest population of
man,
all.
about 700,000 to 800,000, that's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So,
yeah.
All right. Me a youth, when I grew up. When I grew up in my area, we come from a rural area. You see me, when time we grew up, we run, we play cricket, we play football. So I say, we never have no football like that more. So that all when them time all with football bus and them thing then, man, and man have to cut it and sew it, take out the tube and patch it and them thing then. You know, I say me thing there again, you know, when time ball bus now, you know, man, that should that, you know, come and have ball, you know, man.
Yeah, but contraband,
but
contraband, the first time I played football, you know, wasn't with a football, you know. It was with a box juice box.
We kick box, man.
We stuff up the other little boxes and thing and paper in the box juice box. So we kick it about.
Yeah, man, that's what we do, man. Same thing, man. Kick orange, man. Kick tennis ball, kick all of them things, man. That's what I say. But what I say still, you're not wrong, you know. You're not wrong, you know. You're right. You see me, you're not wrong. As me, I say,
you know, a man texts me the same thing.
Yeah, man.
No, man, that's why
man, so this is a drama. Chairman, I text him. I said, no,
yeah, man,
I text you, Zidane, you have
And I no joke thing. Cause certain place you go, brother, and I no joke. Certain place you go, I be a ball, you go see.
No man, then more football. You got to see more football than running everywhere.
You know, me not in the corners them.
Yeah, man. Discussion. But me to you them run. Come on.
But me I say the first. Listen to what me I say.
Me not think them listen to it.
The first competitive thing we are like boy do is not football. On average.
No, tell you, I run it, man. Cause me I go to school. Me I run.
No. But you see, I agree. Contraband. I agree that you walk first, and then you run after. Once you start walk, you start run.
And once you start run, you start compete.
No, that is where we differ now. That's the competitive part of it.
Me think once you put liquor boys somewhere, if you put 15 little boys right now when never play football and them never run a competition,
find a battle.
No, they're more likely to race than find a battle. That's external to them.
They go run and kickbox, man.
Thank you very much.
No. I am saying if they
the argument come like a religion and politics, you know, go done.
They're going to run and kickbox, man. That's what I know.
Not before them run.
The argument and
kicking box is external to them, you know. Them are going to do what come more natural to them.
Yeah, they're going to run, but I don't think they're going to race.
Well, yes. I'm going to feel here regular right now. I tell you the truth. I want you to see man start play ball.
No man, football as me said to Zidane.
You know T square.
Yeah, man. What do you mean?
So for your place that. All right.
Me I tell you, man, them say football, little boy having football and playing football is not as popular as them think. You know? Cricket definitely, but it's more popular than cricket. But it's not automatic for little boy.
Cricket again, man. We not see them play no cricket. My youth them never will a cricket like it. You know, my little youth them right now, them are 12 and 13.
Cricket. I don't know if any little boy at some point who know we tell us boy I run a race. Somebody.
Right now.
But you will tell us I never played no real football. Running, have you ever run a race against anybody? Or have you ever played football against anybody? I think it's more likely to say, boy, I'm a runner race.
I've never seen a youngs. Well, you know, say my community unique.
Yeah, man.
I'm a boy, I'm a race brother. That pure football.
Zidane, you come from one community with. Hey, when me talk about cricket, you know, I wouldn't choose the boy. I don't play cricket anymore. But my community right now, the Jamaica under 17 team, me have a little youth near EJ Spence, because we still play it. But island wide cricket dead. Yeah.
The argument and I go down no matter what you say, you go find an argument and say no find an argument because it's one tough when you come to arguing, you know, I tell you the truth, you know.
Well, them did say
hold on. Right now when you come to finding an argument, you know, me not in a line.
No, but me agree with you. No. If you're talking about two people who can argue at a high level, Zidane,
you know the program
get no better than me.
You know the program sweet out the road.
And a man go come and agree with that. Right now me agree with one.
Brother, a man
just when you see two man have opposite points and yet the public agree with it two away.
Mr. Aman just text me from come on and say, Zidane, this is a draw argument. Which me agree with both.
Yeah, man, it's argument. I know going to show man politics and religion, this argument are coming like, man.
All right.
Never ending story, brother, man.
Wanna say, give him a draw? Me not give no draw still.
No, man, it draw. You have to draw, man. We say draw. No people know say draw, man.
It draw.
People know say orville. You know say orville.
Yeah.
You know you need to make some money and come back down to Petersfield, come build up one nice plaza, brother.
Down at Westmoreland there.
Plaza.
Have some attack.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Attack him to the MP, Danny Lawrence, about 3 days ago. There are some plans, but me not talk about my business.
The MP is a which side of the pillar? JLP. Right.
Yo, leave it there, summer boss. Leave it there, sir. I've planned some place.
You're on the right track with that side, man.
Yeah, man, the people
I joke,
nice. It's too nice to have running water, have one plaza. I place one real top plaza up there.
No, man, say no more.
Nice.
Some plans in the making, my boss. Some man want me.
Some nice pretty girl on there too.
Some man want me front that thing, you know. Me not necessarily tell you say it's me. You know. Because I've been fronting some things where you don't even know, you know. Can me keep it apart the quiet.
I am big star. Now you're one representative here right now, man. You have to do it, man.
I'll leave it there, so. Make we talk again.
Yeah,
call
man.
tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Contraband, not ganja. Big up, yeah, man. All right, contraband, yeah, man. All right, that is it for the program this afternoon. It was a wonderful program, I think. Big up the callers, big up the texters, big up everybody. YouTube people as well. Big up Oster Hart, technical operator. Craig Manning was in the chair as well. And join us tomorrow, same place, same time, with it all over again. Until then, have yourself a fantastic evening.
That's the Sports Desk for today. Remember to tune in and participate on the Sports Desk Mondays through to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m.
Clean and disinfect surfaces frequently daily. This includes tables, doorknobs, light switches, countertops, handles, desks, phones,